heart bleed tonight if I am sad tonight? I don't have a job to find, and if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare, but when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find.
Drivers, start your reading. Motor Sim Racing Magazine is the first and only magazine dedicated to sim racing. Every month we'll be covering the hot topics around the world of sim racing. So if you're looking to be in the know, go to www.motorsimsracing.com. You will find articles from your favorite drivers, leagues, and other prominent people in the sim racing community. Want an update of your favorite league? We got it. Want to learn the basics on finding a perfect league for you? We got it. Want to know more about how leagues are run? We got it. So remember, when you want to know what's going on in the sim racing world, go to www.motorsimracing.com.
Checker flag 71. Second lap, the fifth fastest with 34.322.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here tonight. We are
Green
live,
flag 17.
Gateway Motorsports Park, Madison, USA. We've got some clear skies here for the Monday Night Thunder Truck Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. We're amidst qualifying right now. We got 27, some bad, fast dudes out here, some awesome little monster trucks about to do battle. I'm Joe White up here in the booth. Got John T. Wimmis up here with me. Last night's winner in a thriller. Boy, I tell you, it came down to the last lap. That was awesome of a race. How you doing tonight, John?
All right, doing great, Joe. I had a good race last night. Kind of fell in my lap there with the 114, having some bad luck. But hey, a win's a win, and I'll take it. A lot of fun there. So moving on to tonight, man, looking forward to this. I enjoy this track here. It's a little different, kind of a larger New Hampshire style track, I think. So it'll be exciting to watch these guys go out of here.
Absolutely. Unique. Gateway is unique. We were just talking about it a minute ago, and I know you mentioned something, said, hey, this guy out there shifting. Well, yeah, most of the guys, from what I understood, because I wasn't familiar with this track, I ran it back in Extreme.
No time on the second lap.
Actually did good. I was telling you about that. Was actually one time I really did good on the short track. Finished well there. And
Green flag
we
26.
did shift going into, I believe it was 3 and 4. All right, going into 3. And, you know, coming out of 4, I believe it was. I could be mistaken. Could be 1 or 2. We'll have to see throughout the night. But anyways, kind of unique on this track. It's different. It is a short track, you know, so it's got that short track mentality, like you just said. It kind of resembles what New Hampshire. So we'll just have to see, man, what tonight brings. Not quite flat, but it has some characteristics of being flat.
White flag 26.
Well, it pretty much runs like a flat track. There's a little bit of banking in there, but it's not a whole lot. Nothing you can really throw a lot of speed into, you know, so you kind of have to run it that way, let the truck roll around through the center, and then you can stab the gas here coming off. So be interesting to see, man, you know, how these things work out. Get a little tire wear here, and things can get a little squirrely coming off the 4.
Yep, absolutely. Let's give a shout out here to OSR Network title sponsor here, TN Designs, Racing Designs and Graphics. Hey, need paint job, check those boys out, TN Designs, I'll hook you up. Definitely man right there. But yeah, we're in the midst of qualifying. Josh Sturgill right there putting it on top. Kenneth Johnson had an exceptional run last night. Hey, we finally got to talk to him on the podium, boy. He finished 3rd last night, but man, a newcomer last night was Jared. He just dominated the whole entire race. Like I say, folks, go back and watch the thing. You know, they had a few cautions there at the beginning, kind of rough start, typical short track racing, and then had a long green flag run, and then at the end, wow, it came down, and I was starting to think in my mind, I said, man, fuel and tires has got to be, because y'all went like over 100 laps almost.
First lap.
Excuse me, close to it. And man, he was 2 laps short. I mean, you know, 9-second lead, 2 laps short. I saw the thing. I said, wait a minute, John, 6 seconds, 4 seconds, 2 seconds. I said, let me go back to the front here. What's going on? Next thing I know, I see him slowing down. And I was like, oh, I knew it was over with and dead. You know, but John pulled off the win. It was an awesome race last night. Yeah,
and he was trying to do the same thing as me. It was just you know, you want to put a little bit of fuel in there, but not so much that you weigh the car down. It totally messes up your handling as well. So he tried to make it work for him there, but just wasn't quite enough. And I'll save a little bit there under cautions. I'd cut it off every once in a while. So I had more than enough to do those burnouts there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it was fun to watch. It definitely was awesome there. So I think this track, yeah,
I was going to be happy with 2nd, man. And I mean, being honest, I hate to see that happen to a guy that just totally dominates a race, because I mean, you know, he had that thing sewn up and that was in the bag, and you know, like I said, luck's on your side sometimes it's not. So, but do hate to see that happen for him. But I feel like we're going to see that guy up front a whole lot.
Oh yeah, he definitely came out there, man. Dominated, did well.
114 roll.
Well, tonight truck snow. What do you think? Who's your favorite out there?
Oh, me. Man, come on.
Well, you know, we broke the curse last week. Aiden Young
Yeah.
pulled it off, and you know, I picked him out the gate. So he finally did break the curse of you know, giving somebody bad luck. That was cool. So
Checkered flag 85.
not bad.
A little slower, 34.
Well, I'll tell you right now, this is just the way that we know a lot of the guys here are really good. This is the type of track
Green flag,
that can really play into somebody's hands that we normally don't see up front, I think, because it's so different. So,
89.
you know, we know Bruno's fast. You know, Spence Thompson's up there. Michael Redding's fast. But I'd like to see Craig Lerman have a nice night there. I believe this track fits him, and talking to him earlier, he seemed to like it a lot. So we'll see how it works out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. A lot of well, we still got a lot to go here in qualifying. I was just looking down the list here. I mean, as of right now,
No time.
Zach
on the
Linger
first
and the
lap.
man up front, but
89 row.
yeah, we still got
35,
Tyler Justice and all.
35 the staging.
Who though last night didn't have the night that he wanted, short track and whatnot. But yeah, let me see here. Eric Chestnut out there. Where's Eric at?
I have no idea. Eric is just traveling and doing some crazy
Oh,
stuff, I believe.
All right, well, hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Man, got to get out the house sometime. Well, hey, let me first off say I want to appreciate everybody coming out. You know,
Green flag,
we
89.
ain't ignoring you. Hey, what's going on, K Hill, TM, John? See all y'all guys out there, man. It's good to see everybody coming out here, man, enjoying the racing, because we're about to get set do here some racing. We're at Gateway, and Gateway ought to be kind of, you know, it ought to be interesting to see.
Well, it's just such a different track. You know, you got, you know, one turn's a little bit tighter than the other. You got the other was a long sweeping turn there, so you can get a little false sense of security every once in a while, get back in a throttle way too early, push up a track. Might see some guys get loose coming off of 4, especially right there. Got a tendency to get the rear end around on you there. And then problem is this track where it's flat, you're just in the way if you do wreck or have an issue, and you could collect a lot of guys with you.
Absolutely. Aha, there we go. Notice my gauge on my IRTVO wasn't working, so I just clicked it. Boom. Good to go now.
Well, we got to have that.
Yeah, we gotta have a little telltale needle, man. That'll tell us, man, who's shifting, who ain't, because that's unique to this track.
34, 1, 2, 3.
Obviously, tell me the ticker was working, but the little gauge down the bottom wasn't. We got old Ryan out there, man, in the chat. What's going on, Ryan? What's going on, K Hill?
Green flag, 30.
Man, I tell you what, hey guys, y'all in for a good one here. Like I say, Gateway, and these boys, man, about to put on a good show here tonight. I feel like they are. We got 27 bad fast guys and some bad fast monster trucks on a bad fast little track. How's that? That little track with some speed to it, but it's not 100% flat. But like what you said, John, it has that characteristics of what a New Hampshire has. Got slight banking to it.
Yeah, and you really got to have to set yourself up for the turn before you ever even get there. And that's the thing that makes it so interesting is you can't wait for the last second there to throw it in and get on the brake and get yourself loaded up. You've got to do it before you even enter that turn there to be able to hold it on the bottom and rotate through the center.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to be so patient with this thing. Throttle control, braking. I mean, it is a short track, and you still got to be, you know, patient here. So we'll see throughout the race.
Flag 35.
Yeah, you gotta get that short track mentality, you know.
117. It's gonna still be 4th.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. I mean, you got a lot of speed here, but
Green
you
flag.
know, you got the
59.
tight turn there. You're looking at anywhere between 100 to 105, 6 miles an hour. So that's not that fast, and you really got to get slowed up in time. So it kind of drives like a short track in one end, a little bit more like a larger speedway on the other. So makes for some interesting racing, especially get down the late stages here and you try to get around some guys. and you got to throw that thing in on the inside. And that's going to be the other interesting part here is I think that the outside really pays off, over the long run. And that's where you want to be. You're stuck on that inside. You can't get back on that throttle like you want to. You're trapped down there. You don't have any banking to work with. The outside line has the advantage here.
43 roll, 88 to staging. '59 aborted the second lap.
He's sorry about that. Let me turn my mic back on so everybody out there else can hear me. Don's sitting here. So,
Green flag.
reiterate what I was just saying there. Zach, yeah, I was checking my sound out, so I usually mute my mic on the stream side.
I was checking it too. You were being quiet, and I was like, well, he's checking it too.
Yeah, just checking to see if everything's good. Well, Zach Linger's out there, man. Looking pretty good so far. Man on top. Look at Ray. What's going on, Ray? He's waving at the world out there. What's happening, Ray? So, guys, I hope y'all ready. It's going to be a good one, I hope, out here.
White flag, 43, first lap, 34.18.
Yeah, I think it is for sure. We still got a ways to go here.
On the first lap.
Looking at probably about, 12 more trucks to go here for qualifying. They got a large field here tonight. I believe we got 27 in here tonight, so we've still got a ways to go there, but got some real super fast trucks here. Mike Bruno was fastest in practice with a 33.590, and Lindgren's on the pole right now with a 7.13.
Absolutely, right now, and yeah, Zach's still sitting on top right there. Blake Phelan, but like you said, we still got Mike T. Bruno to go, Ronald White, Aiden Young, Tyler Justice. I mean, some of those other guys. Don't want to take anything away from any driver out here because hey, it is a short track. And it's going to be interesting to see, man, what that brings to the table here as far as racing goes.
The guy on the track right now in that 88, Brad Wilson, sporting the oil can by Hancock's paint scheme on his truck tonight.
Yeah, and talk about Hancock. The oil can by Hancock. Those guys, man, usually does
first lap. No
Joshua Freeman, that's right, on the ARCA series. I had to think about that for a second, but anybody can see right there on the stream, you can see that I got the little logo down in the corner. I'll periodically throw that thing up there for them. Give them a shout out there. Those guys do really good things. I'm sorry, I'm kind of laughing because everybody's throwing their hand up in the chat. What do y'all want to ask a question, or y'all high-fiving? I mean, what's up with the hand?
88.
You know, not like the hamburger helper. I mean, come on.
Green flag, 7.
What happens when you ain't got nothing to lose to try anything.
Alright, I think I'm happy with that. I'm done listening. Alright.
That's what I do.
In the thumb. I don't know what y'all talking about out there now. Y'all are crazy. Y'all done lost y'all's mind out in the chat. I see we got Christy out there. We got got Ray, K Hill,
19.
John Wimbish out there. He's yelling at everybody. So it's always good, man, to see people out there having fun. Awesome. And we're talking about up top. There we go. Tyler Justice putting it on point. So, you know, now we were talking about that earlier, John, about the shifting. You got to realize it.
It's going to be slower.
When I ran, it was way back last September. So several
Green
builds
flag,
ago,
19.
they could have changed how this truck reacts around this track. So you might not have to. Some guys over right there, we're seeing Mike Bruno shift as he's heading into the turn. He's in 3. He's going to come out and slam it right there in 4th. So I guess it's a personal preference of how you feel like you can get around this track. Let's see. We'll see if it benefits, because Tyler didn't. And
Yeah, some do and some don't have to. Depends how much speed you can carry around the turns, really.
yeah, well, we're watching Mike Bruno here. We'll see what his qualifying time is, because he's doing it.
White flag 19, first lap.
He did it in turn 3.
770. That's going to be 6th fastest.
Yeah, he's 6th fastest. I mean, you got to be careful doing it. I mean, obviously, you can put that thing in a rev limiter, blow the motor sky high. You obviously can do it and spin it out. So
The 19 has
gotta be really
aborted the
careful.
2nd lap. Congratulations, Tyler Justice, on tonight's BA Graphics Quick Time Award.
Uh-oh. Well, as we said, that Tyler Justice is going to take
At
the
this time, Joe, you
take
have
top
the floor.
spot.
I'll return in just a few.
All right, guys, we're here live, man. Gateway short track racing again here tonight. Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. Tyler Justice, Mr. Excitement, putting it on point here tonight. Tyler Justice, Joe White, Boots, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Tyler, I tell you what, looking bad fast that Sim Spec PC machine out there. How's the track feel? And let me get got a quick question also, because I've run this track. Me and John's run it. Everybody runs it differently. Do you shift or don't you shift going into the turn?
I shift on both ends of the track, actually. I feel like I got a better advantage for doing it on both ends. Some people do it in turn 1 and 2, and some people don't do it in 3 and 4. It just depends on your driving style, I guess. But for the track, it feels pretty good right now. It's a little tied up off of 2, like it always is. But other than that, it feels pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, good deal, man. That's what we needed to hear. Looking bad fast out there. And now, when I wish you luck out there, we got 160 laps here tonight at Gateway. Hey, it's short track racing. We got 27 bad fast dudes out here, and it's going to be exciting. Guys, good luck out there, man, to keep them things together. All right, there you go, John. Good explanation. Some guys actually shift on both ends. I'm only familiar with shifting on one, and some don't. So we'll see a multitude of different driving styles out here tonight.
Yeah, and then it's going to make it even more interesting once they get, some wear on the tires, if they're going to continue to do that, because you get the revs up on that thing and it might come around on you here. So definitely have to have throttle control, later on in the run, and understand that, and not going to shift and letting that thing get out from underneath you.
Yeah, well, and then speaking from experience, what just you brought that up, as the run went on, your tires, that is something you have to be mindful of coming off the turn. Going in, not so bad. That also depends on your brake balance, bias, and all that. Going in wasn't too bad. Coming off, you're right. You really have to, because you've got all that RPM in third gear. Coming off that turn, obviously right there with the revs, you're in the highest RPMs of the motor. So you step on that gas really hard coming off the turn, that thing will old tires come out money. So you really have to be very careful. It'll be interesting to watch and see.
There's just so many different things to hear about this track. It's I think it's a very racy track. It's so many different options, things that you can do, different things, shifting, and so forth. So it's definitely going to be a driver's track here by the end of the night, I believe.
Yep, absolutely. Well, appreciate everybody coming out here, man, tonight. And Gateway here, as we're in the middle. We was doing qualifying. Now we're done with qualifying here. These guys are getting set to do 160 laps around this track. Got some pretty good conditions here tonight. Not too bad. I think track temps are in the 70s, so not too bad for these guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm listening to the race chatter. Michael Redding is letting the guys know where they're going to run tomorrow. It's been up in the air because of the setups that iRacing has or they don't have. And so they're going to be running Kentucky tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. It's a different track, because I think it was actually, I think it was supposed to be Pocono, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yeah, and I still don't think they've got that that setup squared away there. So
they don't. Even over at Extreme, I think they had to use a base setup. So, yeah, crazy. I got Chris Matthews out there, Christian Thorpe out there. A lot of people out there, man, checking it out, and about to see some short flag. Short flag.
We're gonna see some short flag racing.
That's it, short flag. That's the first, folks. Never see it again. But anyways, look, green flag. It's over.
We'll get it together eventually, people. We will. The race might be over by the time we do.
yeah. Especially on my end, anyways.
Hey, thank you, Chris Matthews. Seen that out there. Appreciate that, bud.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, Kentucky ought to be a pretty good track tomorrow for that. Obviously, we're talking about the Grand National Series, Xfinity cars, and if anybody doesn't know or not familiar with what me and John's talking about, or what they're referring to is iRacing does the builds, and the fixed setups, they do their setups. Some of the tracks that they have here, they don't have setups for. So that's what they're referring to. Some they do, some they don't. Obviously, I think Pocono is where it was going to be at tomorrow. It's one of the tracks that they didn't have yet. And there is no timetable on when they will have that either.
Oh, Michael Redding's talking about dirt. We may not start this race for 15 minutes.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. He gets on dirt track and short tracks, man. We'll be here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an awesome night. It's about 12:15. We got to go. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. He loves the dirt track, and I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's looking forward to it. They're running Eldora, and the truck's here coming up. So.
Oh yeah, I was actually hearing about the next. It's in July. I'm not 100% sure what date. He might have said it, but
yeah, I'm not sure either. But I'm sure if it was up to him, we'd be doing it right now.
Yeah. It is in July, so folks, hey, you're right. Put that on your calendar. There will be Monday night a truck race at Eldora. It is already scheduled and ready. I knew about it way ahead of time. Even when the schedule was out and saw it on there, even when dirt was even out, saw it on there as tentative. They had already had it planned. So, yeah, you will see some dirt tracking here. As we're getting set here to go green flag racing, they flip the switch, man, over to it. K Hill, real quick out there, you hate to hear about your dad, man. That's, don't like to hear about family members, man, have issues and whatnot. But let's get our grid in order here, because tonight, Mr. Excitement, Tyler Justice puts it on pole. Zach lingering, man. He's lingering around up front again. Sitting in second right there. Blake Fillon third. David A. Levine starting fourth. Josh Sturgill right there in fifth. Mike T. Bruno in sixth. Sawyer Rott starting in seventh. And the champ in the truck series there, Spence Thompson starting eighth. Kenneth Dions, checking him out. He's doing good right there in ninth. Terry Perry Mason rounds out the top 10s. Look to the rest of this field. Like I said before, 27 bad, fast dudes and some bad, fast monster trucks on a bad, fast little track tonight here under the lights at Gateway. These guys about to set sail for 160 laps around here. John's going to be some awesome, exciting racing, I believe.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely right. These guys are going to get it done right here. We got some fast trucks up here. Tyler, once again, putting it on pole there with an unbelievable time. So we'll see how that works out. And, if he can keep that pace up or some of these guys behind him here, catch up to him. I'd like to see a long green flag run here to see what these guys up front do.
Yep, absolutely. No, this track is nowhere near like Bowman Gray. Bowman Gray is just like a little fish bowl. This one a little bit bigger. Wow. Yeah, I've been to Bowman Gray. It's been a long, long time, but yeah, that's like a little fish bowl one. So Well, I don't
Now,
want to see nobody
wouldn't that be
take it
cool
out.
to have on here?
Well, yeah, that would be cool. I think bull ring would probably be the closest thing that we'd have
Yeah.
on here to what an actual Bowman Gray would be. I believe so.
Yeah, got a little more banking than Bowman Gray does.
Oh yeah, Bowman Gray's just a flat surface
Yeah.
track. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who they'd get to show them what it's supposed to. I guess they'd get the Myers brothers up there, get the Myers boys, tell them how to do it right.
There you go. Absolutely.
They probably have to include fighting on iRacing too.
Yeah, you can see that little simulated stick fighters out there. Fight, go ahead. Woo. Yeah, I can see that now. That I don't know how well that would go about. But you know what? We already have arguments, so hey, we're not that far off of it.
Eventually, it'll be like those games back in the day. You put a cheat code in, you push A, B, up, down, left, right, something like that, and all of a sudden you can fight somebody.
Yeah.
Those hockey games. See a figure jump out of Kenneth Janss's car one day and just go running after somebody.
Alright, well, so we get set here. We're probably going to do 2 laps around this track here before we get set to take off. That's right. Go get your refreshments. It's got 160 laps. It can go by real quick. It can go by real long. Depending on what cautions we got here. Hopefully this thing's a good one and it goes a long way. About to find out though as we're getting set here to go green flag racing here tonight.
Oh, no.
What happened?
The 2 truck was taken out under caution by the 81.
Oh yeah, I see him smoking already. Alright, well, green flag. Already got action. Then they got the green flag. Well, there we go. Tyler Justice heads off into turn 1. He's door to door right there with Zach Linger. Zach Linger is definitely just not going to give up. Got a good wide shot here to kind of show you what's going on here. It's a nice shot here. Well, look at that. Zach Linger taking that thing to the front right there. Looking good doing it. Got Tyler Justice on his back deck lid. David Levine right there in third. So, wow, good power move by the My Little Pony machine.
Yeah, I just wonder if that's a little patience on Tyler Justice's part. If it is, everybody go look outside your window, look outside your door, and make sure the world's not coming to an end.
Well, as we say that, here he goes. Dives on the inside, takes that spot away. Yeah,
it didn't last long, did it?
It did not last long. Well, I'm watching him right now. He said that he shifts on both ends, and he just did right there. The one thing about the shifting here, real quick, you talked about how you have to be careful going in. If you notice what he did right there, he didn't shift until he was past his braking point, almost into the turn. So you're not shifting before the turn a lot of times or whatnot. You're shifting as you get right into the turn itself. So you're in your braking or past the braking point. A lot of times, man, shifting it will settle the nose of that truck and get it to turn a lot better too.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And obviously, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm not making fun of Tyler. We love watching him race. It's just a joke with us that he has no patience.
Yeah.
I mean that with all the respect in the world, so nobody take that the wrong way. And I know Tyler knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, you're right about the shifting deal. But it's going to be interesting that once we get to tire wear, and this is something that I didn't get to practice today because I've been pretty busy, but with the tire wear as they go in and shift like that, is it going to get the back end a little loose depending on what your brake bias is set on?
Right. And that's why I was bringing up the fact, if you watch, like right now we're riding along with David A. Levine, watch as he goes into the turn, and when he lets off the throttle to slow into the turn, he doesn't instantly shift until, see, now. He's letting that thing get all the way down probably to 7,000 RPMs or so, and then he shifts it in third. That's going to help what you're talking about there later on in. Now, my biggest concern and what I ran into was coming off the turn. If you're still in third gear coming off the turn, if you stab that throttle, which a lot of guys sometimes like to do, if you're not easy on it, yeah, that thing could definitely step sideways. But again, brake bias does have a big part in going into the turn.
Yeah, right now watching this 89 battle the 11 here, Spence Thompson And Blake Falone, side by side there. Spence got the inside. Lovin's fighting back on the outside. Got Josh Sturgill behind him and Sawyer Ott running in 8th place.
Yeah, got a good battle, man. Like you said right there, that's for 4th, 5th, and 6th. And up underneath there, Blake Filon, he's looking on the inside there, the Pokemon machine. Very respectful. Now you see Spence Thompson there, though, went through the turn. He didn't shift. So like we said, we're looking at different driving styles. Guys will tackle this track way differently throughout the whole entire night. We're watching him actually go through the next turn. Now he did. He shifted in the middle. But then you say that, you look at the 35, he did what you did. That was Sawyer Ott. Did what you said there. And matter of fact, we'll go back on the replay because I got a feeling that exactly what you were talking about there, John. I bet you he shifted. Well, no, showing him in 4th. That must be a brake bias thing. He must have came in too hot in there, but he lost it coming out of that turn.
Yeah, he definitely did, and that's a good thing. You're going to have to adjust your brake bias on the fly here as we get some tire wear. And to answer your question, Mr. Hargrove, about the start there, the 81, something happened to him. He disconnected from the race, so probably lost his connection, and when he did, the steering was gone. So he came across the nose of the 2, and the 2 got significant damage out of that and had to pit and take his fast fix already.
Yeah, I hate to see that because this is a short track here. See Tommy Haynes off the pace right there, not having a night right now. You know, he's a couple laps down. These guys are being very respectful. You know, looking at the 34 second lap times. I'm watching this battle right here, Spence Thompson and Joshua Sturgis, and it's kind of giving us a good idea because we're watching Spence. He's not shifting. Joshua Sturgis is, and I'm noticing Josh is able to pull off the turns a little bit better. So, like what Tyler was telling us, and from what I've been I'm just going off what people tell me and from what I've done racing. It helps you get off that turn, but like what you were talking about, you got to be very careful because there's a fine line between throttle control and going off of this right here and being very careful.
Yeah, it is. And DJ Hargrove right now, he is the first truck a lap down, so if we get a caution, he would get his lap back.
Yes.
And the 17 of Tommy Haynes was involved in an incident on lap 5. I went back and looked at that. Brake bias probably a little too far back there. Got up on that 114 truck, had to really grab a lot of brake, got sideways. Was still loose coming off, and then just collected some other trucks there with him.
Hate to hear that. Yeah, I was wondering why it looked like he was off the pace just a little bit. Got a good battle going on here. Old Kenneth Yance almost had to check up a little bit for the 43. Craig Lerman was sitting there running at 9th spot. These guys right now being very respectful, lack of a better word, out here so far.
Speaking of caution.
Ooh, yeah.
Looks like the 69 of John Barron is involved somehow.
All right, let's go back on him here. We'll find out who it is. Under caution for the first time here tonight. John Barrett looking nice on that Sim-Spec PC machine. Going into the turn there. He didn't shift, but boy, that thing just stepped out from under him. And that's another thing we haven't really mentioned much. So it was a kind of single truck spin. Spun, hit the wall there. You know, folks, it still is a short track. It still is a tough braking. Think of Martinsville. Think of New Hampshire. Think of Bristol. Think of places like that where you have to get heavy on the binders to get these things stopped. You still have to, you know, I know we're sitting there emphasizing on the shifting of this and that, but you still have to brake. And brakes, man, are still a part of it. So, who you want to talk to, man?
I'd say you got to get to talk with him right now at the race leader and see how the track feels, because it's really just now 13 laps into this thing, and these guys have all pitted.
All right. Tyler Justice, Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, Joe. I got you.
Well, Tyler, too, little green flag run right there. We know she was able to get back to the front. How's the track feeling? Does it feel, tight, loose, or anything? How's your truck feeling out there so far?
Started to get a little tight as the tires started to wear off, but I think we need to get into a little bit more of a longer green flag run to figure out what it's really going to do. So it feels all right for the most part. We'll see if we can't keep it up front here.
Good deal. Well, appreciate that. I tell you what, guys, man, looking good out there so far. Hey, short track racing, a lot of respectful racing going on. I got fanned out really well. I'll see you at lap 160. Good luck out there, gentlemen. All right, well, kind of odd. Here lately, I've heard a lot of drivers bring up it's getting tight. But then we see a lot of those single car spins where it looks like they're loose. So I'm just wondering if it's one of those tight and then all of a sudden they yank it back and it becomes loose on them. So one of those tight, loose feelings.
Oh, on some tracks it is. Here at this track, I have to believe that you got your brake bias set back, so much that you get in there, you get on the brake a little bit too much, and that's all it takes is just cross the line a little bit, and it's going to send you around, especially if you got it way back to say, 60, between 60, 62% is, when I did some laps here today, I was at 61 and was trying to see how much it took to spin myself out, and it doesn't take much on those brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I tend to try to remember. I want to be able to heavy on the brakes so that the rear end don't come, and I think it's to the back. I think it is. I might be wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we got some good news out there. Mr. Hargrove says he just got out of the hospital. So he's obviously doing well. We're glad to hear that. Appreciate you always taking time to come in here. I know Joe was mentioned it before, but glad that you're doing better.
Yeah, he was actually was watching us from the hospital last week. So that was awesome. Not awesome that he was in the hospital, but awesome he was able to watch us. So definitely capable enough to do that. That was awesome, and it's always good to come back home and know the feeling there. So yeah, like John said, man, we appreciate it. And I think DJ got back on the lead lap, by the way.
Yeah, he's sitting 21st now. Got his fast fixed. Went in and got 4 fresh ones. Got to make his way back up here.
Yep, absolutely. Sitting 20th spot right now, so he's got a lot of time. Can have some patience out there. Bring that bad fast machine to the front here. Look good doing it. We got 2 SimSpec PC machines up front though. They're looking like they're going to do something. Mike T. Bruno, Tyler Justice here is getting set here to go back green flag racing again here at Gateway Motorsport Park. I'll just say Gateway Speedway just to be on the safe side. If anybody has issues with that, well, you know what? Turn the race off. But anyways, race car's in. Green flags in the air. Do a John Wimber show you there. Green flags in the air. We're at lap 16 to 160 here. Boy, I tell you what, Mike Bruno gets a good jump out there. Tyler Justice right behind him. Here comes David De Levine. Oh, Spence Thompson's right there. So they get fanned out very quickly up front. Very smart, good racing there, because now you got to go back to, I'm going to say, back here to Davis Richardson Company and Bradley Wilson before you go any side-by-side, door-to-door.
You got Terry Mason here in that 75 on the inside of Brad Wilson, trying to fight his way up there, bringing a couple other trucks with him right here. Kenneth Jans starting to get in the mix here as well. So Kenneth's running in the 11th spot right now, so trying to break in that top 10.
Yeah, he is. And Just Christie, as of last night, she was jumping up and down on the couch in the living room, loving every minute of it. She's got to still be jumping up and down. She might be in the, I don't know, might be in the guest room now. I don't know, something. Jumping up and down. Who knows? Might run around the house. But either way, she's pulling for Kenneth Johnson. That man, he finally got his top 3 there last night. Good run for him in that machine. And looking good. These trucks got fanned out pretty good here. Not saying you can't run side by side, probably not beneficial to your well-being of trying to get to the front. So you're going to want to try to get fanned out here and pass guys one by one.
Yeah, you do. And you can see these guys up front right here. They're not. Oh, Tyler Justice puts it in the wall.
Ooh. Not a hard thing to do if you get that thing tight. It might be tight for him, like we're talking about.
Yeah, I just scrolled back up there to look at it, at the guys up front. because I noticed Mike Bruno and Tyler both for a couple laps there coming out of the turns on exit. The rear end got a little squirrely with them and got loose there, so I was checking to see if that was still happening. Right when I clicked on him, put it right in the wall, David Levine gets around him, and now he's got the 89 of Spence Thompson behind him.
Well, you know, and again, like I say, when I raced this track, it was like last September, so many builds ago. Definitely the setup's a lot different because I don't remember running quite that high. We were able to run down a little bit, maybe a groove up. Seems like these guys are running that mid groove up top a little bit more, so it might be a lot tighter than what I'm used to. Like you said, David Levine sitting in second, Mike T. Bruno is just out front right there. Tyler Justice might have Josh Sturgill right there coming up on him here soon. Spence Thompson's trying to run in his tire tracks.
And DJ Hargroves made his way up to 18th spot to 23. And Jason Burgess was in front of him fighting with the 35. I saw you're out. Got loose in the center of the turn, went down through the grass right in front of the two.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're talking about last night. Man, I just noticed out there Jared Beasley. He is sitting in the 15th spot. Nice paint job on that truck. He's got the 114 machine there. He's got Zach Langer right there behind him, Craig Lerman in front of him. So been very patient out there. Did a magnificent job last night. Just came up a couple laps short. And hey, our league here, John Wimbush, was there to pounce. Won that race last night. We'll see what he's got here tonight. So it seems like he's got a handle on some short tracks from what I saw last night. Because I say, hey, it's the first time I've ever seen him. He's going to have to be patient to run through this field.
Yeah, well, you know, he proved last night that he can race and knows what he's doing there. But I believe Five Flags is a home track for him, so I'm sure he's been on there plenty of times, just like I have at Martinsville Speedway. So, but you know, you got to give credit to him. He did a magnificent job and had that race in the bag, man. I hated to see that happen to him. But the 85 of Lindgren is around. He made contact with the 114.
Oh, I saw that. They were in a bunch right there. The ones watching the 114, he was being very patient. And they were all just being kind of patient, but they were both you're running kind of really close, and then all of a sudden, you know, just a racing deal. Had to check up. Everything happened so quick here. We'll watch the replay here again. Was watching live, but yeah, the 43s, Craig Lerman, he was there. Kenneth Johnson was on the inside. And 114 was just being patient there, watching what they were doing. 72 of them, yeah, just one of them racing deals. They just got contacted together. Zach Linger spun around at 85. And My Little Pony's not being happy right now because, you know, got the ponies crying.
Yeah, it looked like 114 coming out of the turn there just made a little contact with the wall, bounced him off of that and into the 85.
All right, well, let's see.
These guys are coming back down pit road again.
Yeah, tires are probably going to be of a premium tonight. I would probably, well, hey, you mentioned that. Come think about it. You know, I said I worked with Matthew Wazenbach that entire race, and every caution we came down for tires, and it worked out because he finished third, and I think I finished. I think I finished fifth or sixth that night. So we were right there, and it worked out well. Because even I think with the 15 to go, we went in and got tires, came out 10th, ran through the field. So tires can be a premium here, from what I remember. Well, that said, let's see if we can talk with Mike Bruno.
Pace car. Turn 3, or no.
Mike T. Bruno, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Chancellor, bud, I got you.
Well, looking good out there in that number 19 Sim Spec machine. How's the track feeling? How's your truck feeling?
Track feels good. Truck feels good. A little tight on the exit, but other than that, it feels really good. Just trying to get a nice long green flag running here.
Well, absolutely. Well, you think you got enough to bring that thing home here at lap 160?
I sure hope so, man. We know Mr. Excitement back there in the 7 Source Scout hunting, so we'll see how it goes and maybe finish 1 through 3 at the very least.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, man, looking good so far as always, guys. Good racing, man. Short track action here, Gateway under the lights tonight. Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. Good luck, gentlemen. See you at 160. Keep them things together. All right. Yep. Well, he's saying his is tight too. So maybe they are tight.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, the fixed setups that iRacing does, they already fix them to be tight setups anyway. And at some tracks, you can kind of drive your way to getting it loose, or making a little adjustment with your brake bias to help you out on entry. Have a loose entry and all that. But when you're on a flat track like this, once it's tight, it's going to stay tight and just get even worse over the run.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it looks like Davis Richards is the only one who did not go into the pits and take tires and the British construction machine up there in the 51. We'll see if that pays off for him here, or it might be a hindrance to him, because Mike T. Bruno and Tyler Justice are bad fast out there. And you got David A. Levine back there lurking in the distance a little bit. Definitely got about another, still 25 other trucks here tonight to get it done. And Tim, sure, not a problem. We'll get that taken care of. Well, I don't know who, my favorite is tonight.
It's going to be tough. We still got a long way to go, so
Yes.
you still have plenty of laps to make up your mind.
All right, well, that pace car's coming into turn number 3 here. I'm going to set sail. It's going to let these trucks, man, fire off here. Like I said last night, Davis Richards, he's going to put the metal pedal to the floor here and let all V8s, man, and them mugs up underneath go. And he's going to be firing on all 8 cylinders, hopefully, here. So it takes off with the British Construction. He's got the Sim Spec PC behind him. He's gone. Green flag in the air. Heading into turn number 1. See if he gets a good jump out there in front of Mike T. Bruno. Gets a good hold. See if those tires, man, hold up for him in turn 1. Oh, I'll tell you what. Bruno's on the outside. He went a little high, though.
Yeah, definitely up there on tires. They're going to go around him like he's sitting still. Purely strategy move for the 51 to stay out here, maybe catch another caution in a couple laps, and all these guys come in and pit, and it would pay off for him. So losing in a couple spots, not a bad deal here, as he's got David Levine on the outside there, 26 behind him. These guys will all be getting around him pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, I mean, like I was saying, tires probably are the premium here at this track. And definitely you can see the difference between old tires, new tires, and I know that was the strategy we had when we ran here. Just every caution, go in and get them. Which, we ran like at the top, we ran 10th and 12th spot pretty much the whole entire race. And then at the end was there at the end, so it kind of worked out, stayed clean. Right now looking good. These guys getting fanned out here, John. Good restarts. Little Aiden Young moving it up there in 8th spot.
Yeah, Aiden's been on it here recently, man. He's had a good couple races between here and Extreme, and he's coming on with it now.
Absolutely. Little connection issues there. Notice he's blinking a few times. Hope we don't end up dropping him out. Little Brian Hartford out there. Haven't heard from him in a while. Yeah, Aiden pulls over to the side. He sees that he's blinking real bad. Good sportsmanship on his end there. Awesome going. As I say in a second, though, Brian Hartford right there sitting in the 9th spot. Look good in that 71 machine.
Yeah, you got all these guys just nose to tail fanned out all the way back here to 15th place, where the 114 of Jared Beasley is, and Aiden Young able to get back in the mix here now.
Yep, absolutely. Riding along here with Terry Perry Mason. He's looking on the inside. Well, he wasn't on the inside there. Davis Richards back there in the 7th and 8th spot. Brian Hartford right behind him. Blake Villon's able to move it up to top 10. Well, as I say that, here comes DJ Hargrove. He's right there in the 11th spot. So, hey, there you go, Billy. Give you an update on where the number 2 is. You can see him right there at the UPS. He's delivering packages. He's coming to the front, John.
Yeah, he's definitely on the move. He's done a great job to have to be back here in the back, get that truck fixed up here. Now he's just got to be very careful because can't afford a whole lot of damage here the rest of this race.
Well, I don't know if you saw what I saw right there riding along with Craig Lerman, the Pokemon machine in front of it. Blake Filon, boy, that thing got awful wiggly, and he had to check up. The 43 did. Oh, he'd have ran all over the top of Pokemon there and found Pikachu. Who knows? But either way, he would have gave Pikachu a Coke and a smile. That would have been a bad way, because it probably sent him off in the infield somewhere. DJ Hargrove still running there. Ryan Broderick, haven't talked about him much tonight. He's right there in the 12th spot. So some good battling going on back here for the 10th, 11th, and 12th spot.
And 34 taking a look at the 43 now, down to the inside here.
Yeah, you saw that Ryan Broderick. He shifted, and boy, he got a good run coming off that turn and was able to power that thing back and forth gear. I'm noticing they're yanking it down in third gear, folks, as you see, as they get like almost the middle of the turn, and then coming off the turn, bam, right back into fourth. That's where you got to be very careful, because you're coming back on the throttle. Come back on the throttle with that thing sitting in third on older tires like me and John. And that's another thing, John, you're talking about tires. Yeah, that, unless you get on a long, long green flag run, every caution you're going to want tires, because basically what you were talking about. How is that shifting going to affect it? Well, it's better on new tires than it is on old.
Always, yeah. Anytime you have grip, you're a lot better off here. We've got a good battle right now between the 75 and the 51 here. Terry Mason's trying to get around him. Took a look to the inside. Decided to be a little bit more patient there. Fall back in line behind him. Try to take another run at him here.
Yep, absolutely. That's the 11 machine there, Blake Filon. And he's following in the tire tracks there, the 75. Looking on the inside, I got Davis Richards right there in front of him. So Pokemon versus the Army. I'll put my money on the Army. They got tanks.
That's a very good choice.
Yeah, but then again, I thought about it. Pikachu's got like fictitious demons, so might be a good battle. I don't know. I don't know much about Pokemon, man. So you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't know much about the Army either, because it's our job to get. We get rid of those demons in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Y'all got tanks. They got like, I don't know.
I've seen us do it.
They got whatever, I don't know. They got something.
Now Terry Mason going after that 51 again on the inside right here.
Yeah, it is. Good battle right there, man. Davis Richards got the Burgess construction machine rolling. Able to keep that thing down. Didn't really lose a lot with the older tires. Fell back there at first, but like you said, might have been a move here. Maybe get a quick caution in. Be able to stay up there. Right now he's looking good. He's been able to hold pace there in the 7th spot. In the 75, tried on the inside. Now he's got his hands full there with old Blake Filon.
The outside line looks like it's starting to pay off a little bit now as the run has gone on, get the tires worn off. You see 75 getting a little loose there on the inside. Just like I said, you can't get back on that throttle like you want to.
Nope, it's almost just trying to think of what track. Yeah, you're on the inside there. And
and the 11 gets around, gets into 75, and he is up in front of everybody.
All right, good deal. Let's go back on that one and see what happens. Yeah, 11 got a little up there. Well, get the replay up first. What we're seeing there was just a good battle between Davis Richards and 75. They were all three of those trucks were battling hard right there.
And Terry did a great job getting that thing locked down. Didn't take anybody else with him. Happened right in front of DJ Hargrove. Could have ended his night right there, but great job by those drivers and Terry Mason to get that thing locked down.
Oh, yeah, the 11 almost lost that thing. And actually, the 75 is what kept him from spinning. So unfortunate, the 75 there. So watching the replay. Yeah, definitely, man. Wow. Hey, what's up, Globe? How you doing out there, man? Haven't talked to you in ages. Yeah, we're doing great here. And yes, bought me a rising system. Well, it does great, man, for everything that I got to use it for, my streaming and all that stuff. So I've loved it. It's a great race going on so far here. Mike T. Bruno's still out front. As everybody, like I said, I don't think it's not worth the gamble. Track position here is just not worth the gamble to stay out front, unless we're talking about a green white checker maybe. But yeah, you come in and get tires, any caution.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one guy obviously it's glad to see this is 51 of Davis Richards. He did a great job though. I was still running 7th by the time they came in to get tires. So started out in 1st, was the only truck out there with, with no tires, and wound up in 7th. So not a bad gamble for him right there this early on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good one so far. Terry Mason looks like he is one man that stayed out right there. Bradley P. Wilson, I hope he didn't try to stay out, but it might pay off for these guys. Now, for Davis Richards, it did, as he'll be able to come in and get his tires in now. Got Mike T. Bruno out there, David Levine sitting in 4th, and in 5th sitting Josh Sturgis. But yeah, Globe, I built a whole new system, man, just for this. A lot of guys, man, know that on the stream here. To make everything better, I went the Ryzen route. 32 gigs of memory. I got 1070 card sitting in it with a SSD and all. So kind of went all out with the horsepower machines, what I call it. Made everything look good. I'm happy with it. It runs finally, and yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
And folks, with that information, go buy yourself some AMD stock.
Yeah, they got the Threadripper coming out. Boy, I tell you what, yeah, they got even more powerhouses coming out. So I'm an AMD junkie. Always have been, and ran them for years and years and years. And a lot of guys like Intel. Nothing wrong with that. So, but yes, I built this PC solely for this right here. I wanted to. There was nothing wrong with my other PC. It did fine. Obviously, it can't do what this one does, but it did fine, and I could have stayed with it. But I said, you know what? I want to bring the best I possibly can to the viewers out there, and for the leagues, and what I'm doing here. And I love doing this. I've said it many, many times. Appreciate all the viewers coming out watching. And I built this thing, man, to do it, and it has been phenomenal. I researched and researched and researched, spent the money, and have been totally happy, grinning ear to ear every time I turn it on and come in here and yip yap at the microphone and yell at the TV.
Well, all those things you bought work very well, and you're really good at yelling at a TV, so
Yes.
Sounds like it worked out.
Absolutely. And for everybody that don't know who Globe is out there, Globe is actually a guy we used to run in Project Cars and some leagues and stuff. Now, if you want a guy that knows about road racing, there you go. He knows about road racing side, and that's where I came from. Me and him, many of ours sit around with setups and stuff like that, and ran. Awesome.
I don't know anything about turning right. If I'm turning right, it's because there's a problem.
I don't know. I've lost a lot because, dude, there was hours that I used to spend doing nothing. Matter of fact, we did yesterday. Another buddy of mine, Chief, man, got up in here. As I'm getting set to go back green flag, but the real quick, Chief came up in here and we went out and ran some things. That's another cat that's just bad fast on the road course. So, but these guys are bad fast out here in the oval tonight under the lights here at Gateway. Green flag in the air. Bradley Wilson. Let's see if it pays off for him as he gets a good start. Thing about it is, I think it's going to be short-lived as soon as old Mike T. Bruno gets up there on him. David Levine's on the inside of Josh Sturgis there side by side. Here comes Tyler, Justice, Mr. Excitement. Yeah, Bradley Wilson's fighting that thing. It is loose as a goose up front.
It definitely is there in that oil can machine of Brad Wilson. He did the right thing on the start, went up to the high side, trying to run that line, take the bottom away or whatnot. But you got some of these guys on tires. It's really not going to matter as they're going to get around you. He's got David Levine and that Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Raven Optics machine behind him, Josh Sturgill.
Whew, that's a mouthful. I'll just say in the blue and green 59 machine.
No, you like that because it rhymes.
Yes, sounded good, didn't it? Somebody said the other day, oh yeah, I recorded some ludicrous man the other day.
Yeah, I know. I came in right after you did it. I missed it.
Yeah.
That's when you were with Dave.
Yep, I was with Dave, yep. Dave,
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Or
Something about move. What?
start calling you the white cracker rapper.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, we're in the caution. Gordon Larson looks like he might have been involved in that. In front of his car's little truck's tore up. Excuse me. Let's go back here and see what we got going on here. Maybe it wasn't him. Somebody else.
It's the 69 and 35.
Oh, okay. It must have happened. All right, watching a replay here. It looks like 69. They went 3 wide. Just got a little, I don't know, racing deal there, man. They touched each other. Double E barbecue there. Maybe it was trying to give him a barbecue sandwich. I don't know, but either way, they got together. John Barron not having a night, man. Headlight. Man just wants to come out here and just run, ride around. Seems like every time I turn around, man, getting Alright, let's jump back. Right in time for a restart. Sorry about that. Alright, here we go. Back at it again. Mike T. Bruno, the man out front. Looking good. So, yeah. GP timeout. Yeah, there you go. We'll just call it a red flag. How's that? Went to a commercial break. We came back. No need for me to get mad. I'll get mad afterwards. We got a race going on. Not gonna hurt my joy.
Yeah, I feel sorry for those guys when you call them though.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. Well, we're lap 48 here, man, of 160. Looking good up front. Bradley Wilson's trying to hang on to that 3rd spot. He's still on that, and we're in the caution.
I'm looking.
Aiden is slow.
That is on the 09.
Yeah. Now watching him on the replay. Man, they were almost 3 wide. He got on the apron. And they were 2 wide back there. He had a 75 on the inside. Yeah, he got the apron and clipped it, and he just lost that thing. Ouch. Yeah, I have not been a happy camper the last couple days since I was on the phone with him at 2 o'clock in the morning last night. Told him I said I'd call him back. But that's for another time.
Tune in later as we test the system out after Joe gets off the phone with him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Gonna be a late night now. You gotta love it. I mean, you know, like I always say, there's a couple things you can't control. 1, being the internet. 2, being Mother Nature, you know. Like I say, definitely, it ain't got nothing to do with my system. It ain't works. Just like I told the guy on the phone, I said, look, it kills everything. It's not just Wi-Fi and all. I said, it's one thing. I told him, I said, look, I wouldn't care if it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Problem is, y'all having this junk happen at 9 o'clock at night. I said, come on. Oh, well. Anyways, good race so far. And I appreciate everybody sticking in, man, and watching this because it's, right now, Mike T. Bruno's been a man up front. He had David A. Levine right there in second. Bradley Wilson, actually not bad there. Looking pretty good. Been able to hold his own up there amongst those other guys, but had the newer tires.
And now he's going to have another cycle on his tires compared to the other guys around him, so we'll have to see how that plays out if he's still able to hold on a little bit. We saw Davis didn't get any lower than 7th. You know, he had some green flag runs there, so that paid off for him, but we'll see how it works out. But got to give a call right now to Craig Lerman and that 43 truck running in the 9th position.
Yep, absolutely. Right now looking good. Spence Thompson back there in 6th, Ryan Broddick's in 7th, David Richards 8th, Craig Lerman, like I said, 9th, and then DJ Hargrove been able to move it up there in the top 10.
DJ's done a great job. Had a couple more close calls, you know, since he had to use his fast fix. Not something he really wanted to see, but been able to avoid trouble here. And you know, further he can work his way up through this field, it's less trouble he could possibly be in. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been interesting. You know, it's been a typical short track. The good thing about it is what we've seen out here. The amount of patience I've seen. Not a lot of guys been getting up there being aggressive. Obviously, it's not 10 laps to go or 15. You know, that's when all that gets thrown out the window. Friendships and all. So, you know, we'll have dinner later after the race, you know, so to speak. But right now, they've been pretty courteous. I think they understand it's a long way to go. We're not quite at the 100 laps left mark. So, not bad so far on these restarts.
Yeah, and we'll also see, you know, what we talked about earlier, that outside line kind of working as the tires wore out. You know, we saw that on the longer green flag run earlier, and see these guys trying to do it now as these tires have worn out, and nobody has came in and put any tires on. So all these guys are going to be on the same set of tires except the 88. So we'll see how it works out for them now.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, last time out there, he was able to hold his own pretty good, but you know, we saw what happened to Davis Richards. He went back. Now he was able to stay in the top 10, which helped him out in the long run. So we'll just have to see what happens here. So I'm gonna ride along with old Tyler Justice on this one, on the restart through the dash cam here. Kind of see what he sees on the restart, how he's watching that number 19 up there. Pace car's about ready to set sail here. The old 19 machine up there, Mike T. Bruno. He's about to put the hammer down here, slam through all the gears, take off, make headway, so to speak. So here we go. It's going to be a very good one here. My dog thinks so over here too. Yeah, just snored over that one. Pace car's in. Here we go. We're gonna see, boy, Mike T. Bruno wastes no time. He puts the pedal to the metal. Tyler Justice all over the back end. We're seeing through the dash cam on this one, all over the back deck lid there. David A. Levine, he's sticks on the inside.
And David's going to be able to fight back on that outside line there as he's going to have some momentum. Tyler's not going to be able to get to the throttle. You'll see that now. Spence Thompson's up there on the outside. We're under caution again. This is 23.
Well, cautions breed cautions. And he's all tore up. So the monster energy machine must have had a monster came out and bite him. Let's watch this replay right fast. Way back there in the back, he got way high and got into, just lost it pretty much. He was 3 wide there, was losing it, and then just slammed the wall there. So one of them racing things.
That looked like he had a bad push right there on entry.
Yeah, he was in trouble going in there, and he got 3 wide. So, all right, let's see. Let's get talk to old DJ Hargrove. DJ Hargrove, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you, Joe. How you doing?
Pretty good, DJ. I tell you what, looking good. You've been able to bounce back and get back up at the top 10 there. How's that truck feeling?
It feels really good, man. Very drivable truck tonight. Handling really well. Just trying to keep her clean.
Awesome. I'll tell you what, your dad out here says hello, and he also asks, how was your experience at Michigan track last weekend?
Oh, man, it was great. Had a great time. Got to watch Xfinity Saturday night, and then the big boys run on Sunday. Didn't really get much rain. It was a great time.
Awesome. Good deal. I'll tell you what, wish you the best out there. See you laps 160. Hopefully you'll be able to get that thing up front all the way. So wish you the best out there, DJ.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, there you go. Seems pretty optimistic on his chances. Actually, he's been able to run through the field pretty good. Looking good, that UPS machine. Definitely delivering a lot of horsepower up underneath the hood after that little hiccup at the beginning of the race. That's what we'll call it.
They've done a great job, man. It was something beyond his control, obviously, but been doing a fantastic job. He's running in the 9th position here. Everybody else stayed out. The 88 did go in and take tires now, so I believe that should put him in about 12th or 13th.
Absolutely. Well, right now, folks, looking good. Mike T. Bruno still out front here. We got lap 56 of 160. David A. Levine's right there in second. Tyler Justice looking in third. Spence Thompson in fourth. Josh Sturgis 7 rounds up the top 5. Ryan Broddick 6. David Richards 7th. Craig Lerman 8. DJ Hargrove's right there 9th. And old Brian Harper runs the top 10. So not bad. Any one of those drivers can bring this thing home here tonight. It's been a pretty good race. Even though we're on lap 50, well, we'll be at lap 58. Actually, we're probably going to be about lap 60 by the time we go back green flag racing, which will put us about 100 laps to go. It's not a bad race so far.
The guys up front are doing a great job. They're very patient. You see some of these guys in the back here, a lot of expectations, I guess you could say, of having to pass guys to get to the front there and making some things happen back there in the back. But just get yourself calmed down and realize you still got a long way to go here. And if you take care of your stuff, you'll catch some of these guys and put yourself in a good position and get a good finish here. But I got to say, this 19 here and the 7, 89 are showing some good speed here. But that the 59 as well, holding on that outside right there, it's going to be interesting to see. He's going to have to get a good restart here to be able to hold with that 19. As we know, Mike's got a lot of speed, especially when he controls a restart.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim out there said he's got to cut output. So I think he meant to say he needs to cut out. So I don't know what kind of output he's putting out, but either way, he's out.
The lights are off. We're getting ready to go back green here.
Yes, we are. I'll tell you what. I've never been to Michigan in person. You have to ask.
I don't really know
Kristen.
if Michigan is worth going to, like this state as a whole.
Oh no, ask Just Christie. That's where she's at.
I know. That's awesome. I mean, Kenneth won't even go there. He makes her come to him.
Holy cow. That's beat up. John said that. I did. Oh, man. It's cold. How's that? It's cold.
I hear that's where they keep Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, there you go. Pace car's in. Yeah, pace car's in. Mike T. Bruno. Every time that pace car goes in, he slams and it's gone, boy. He puts that metal pedal to the floor and is firing on all 8. Looking good. He's got David A. Levine right there. Tyler Justice over. Look at David Levine trying to power on the outside. He is trying to make a move up there. All for naught though, because Tyler Justice on the inside. Right behind him though, here comes the champ, Spence Thompson.
Big move right there on the outside. Spence trying to hold it up there too. As you can see, these guys on the inside here just can't get the drive off. We got a big wreck in the back.
See who was involved.
I'm looking. Looks like everybody got back going, so I'm clicking.
Bradley's off the pace back there. I wonder if he had anything.
It's 85. I see him up in the wall. Oh, wasn't a big wreck. I'm sorry. It was a lot of smoke for one vehicle. So.
Okay. Ooh. Let's go back one more time on that. I'm watching the replay right here. Just kind of see, he's right there on the inside of 71. Got a feeling it's going to be kind of one of these, but the 95's down the inside. I don't know if they were making contact, but I think it's going to be one of these. Yeah, he was losing coming in. Wow, good. Just trying to correct it up into the wall. Nobody hit him, man. It's a good stop there by the 11 machine. But like everybody else, man, checked up front, so not bad. What did Christy just say? Hey, man. Man, she's out there talking in some foreign language now.
Yeah, I know it. Well,
holy cow.
She threatened me bodily harm for one thing.
Yeah, but I think she just threatened us in different languages better bodily harm. Holy cow.
I think she's naming places that are in Michigan.
Oh.
This might be why nobody goes. I don't even know how to say any of that stuff.
Me either. Moosin, Mackey, man. Something. I got the island part and the Cedra. That's about all I can get out of it.
Was it Mackinac Island? And
yeah.
Petoskey or something? Who
like
knows,
you're talking
man?
about Hawaii, man. What?
Who knows?
See, now I got Ray out there, man. Look, they're talking in a different language, and they're talking about us. It's a conspiracy.
A conspiracy.
Yeah, that's right. Right now, definitely not a conspiracy on the track. Who is the main man up front? That's Mike T. Bruno. Looking very, very good in that 19 machine. Tyler Justice just hadn't been able to get the starts, but old David A. Levine's been up there. Count out that 89, old Spence Thompson. He ain't nobody rude. They pick on my state all the time. Talking about a bunch of southern rednecks.
I don't think that's necessarily picking on our state. Well, I mean, I'm right above North Carolina, but I think it's just making fun of how we talk, you know what I mean? That might be why Kenneth Jans doesn't go there. Nobody'd understand a daggone thing he says.
Yeah. Well, actually, the last time I went up north, because my wife is actually from PA, every time I go up there, they always want me to just keep talking. I'm like, what are we talking about? I said, well, I'll tell you what. Now I can tell them. I tell you what, check out OSR Network on YouTube, and you'll get enough of me talking that you'll either turn it off or keep listening.
Christy says she likes rednecks. Are you in the wrong daggone state for that?
Yeah, you would think about it. I mean, oh well. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, man.
It's fun to have fun with the viewers out there, but I tell you what, that's what we like doing. Have some good racing here, call some great action, man, on the track, which has been some very good action here. Cautions breed cautions out there, folks. It's short track here. Tonight, we're under the lights here. Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. And like I say, me and John up here, men in the booth, man, giving it, as always, you know, our multiple channels here at OSR Network, YouTube, man, Twitch, Twitter, man, you name it, we got it going on out there, trying to give it worldwide as much as we can. It's been a good race here with the trucks. Mike T. Bruno has been a man in control for most of it. He's got David A. Levine right there in company, man, with Tyler Justice and the champ right there, Spence Thompson. So I appreciate each and every one of you coming out. It's not over with yet. It's going to be lap 64, 160. His lights off one pace car. Getting set to go back green flag racing again.
Yeah, and tune in later for OSR Network After Dark, and we'll talk about all kinds of stuff that we can't normally talk about, and why people in Michigan think they're so much better since it's so much more expensive to fly there.
Probably is more expensive to fly there. Pace car's in. Pace car's in. Let's say Mike T. Bruno, because every time this thing restarts, he's able to get a jump out front. And it's gone, and it is no different here. But now this time he's got Tyler Justice right there trying to make up some ground. It has just been that 19 show all night long. He loves the short track right there, door to door with a 7 and 59 to come off the turn down the back stretch.
That was super close there between the 7 and 59. Tyler just tried to get back in that throttle and probably wasn't letting out of it right there, but David wasn't going to give up either. So great battle there, able to keep control of that thing. And now Spence Thompson fighting on the outside with his Josh Sturgill here and trying to make a move up on the 7.
Because if you remember correctly, BJ, North Carolina was one of the original 13 colonies and was one of the original Confederate states. So now that you've had your history lesson from Joe.
Oh my goodness. We got some action back here in the back. Looks like the 26 got sideways.
Yeah, he did. He had a pile up back there. It is a huge one. It's a car wreck on that back stretch back there. We're going to go back and watch this on the replay. I saw the 23 slide get loose there. Josh Sturgis right there. I hate to see that. Let's watch this replay here because he's on the inside there at 89, Spence Thompson. And Ryan Broderick was right there in the 34. Went on the inside, and that thing just stepped out from under him. 43, Craig Lerman, nowhere to go. Went through the grass, mowing it. 11 checked up, Aiden Young's in it. Oh, it was just a pile up from that point. 114's involved. 85, Zach Lingering. I mean, there was just trucks, man. Nowhere to go, running into each other. Crazy, crazy right there. But hey, that was the big one at the little track here.
That collected a whole lot of guys right there. I thought Craig Lerman almost made himself, got through there, but the 26 just kept coming down the track there. But that definitely took out a whole lot of guys there.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. Yeah, that was a huge one. I hate to see that one. I saw him get a little bit wiggly, and I caught it at the corner of my eye before I could get back there to it. When I did, the next thing I saw was a bunch of just trucks getting wrinkled up here left and right. But
and I hate that a caution interrupted your history lesson.
Oh well, I was done.
You really were teaching something there. How about that?
Hey, I was done.
Getting schooled by the redneck here, I tell you.
Well, yeah. It's because it's got north in it. I don't mean that. I will tell you another history lesson. North and the South used to be one whole state at one time before they were split up. So there you go. Look that up in the history books, folks.
No way.
Wow. Awesome, wasn't it?
Get out.
Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, wow.
Don't gotta love it, but if you don't, you can just go on somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say
we got a long way to
it.
go, folks.
Yeah, we got a long way to go. It's a good race, man. We got some good history going on. We got some good racing going on here.
Well, we got a little bit of everything tonight, man. We got racing, we got some wrecks, we got some internet disconnections.
Yeah.
We got a history lesson going on. You got a woman out here that's angry at us, man.
Yeah. Well, that's nothing new. That's been in history for the beginning of time.
We're a 12-pack and a tailgate away from getting this whole thing complete. Absolutely.
Hey, you're gonna kick us off the airways or so with. Oh man. Look, Bob out there trying to bring up some stuff. Wow.
Oh, John Barron's up in 4th spot.
Oh, all right. Well, I tell you what, and that's awesome. You know what? There's a guy I'd really like to see just have some luck turn around on his side and have a great finish, because it seems like every time I turn around, I know he's out here and he's trying to learn. He's just having fun. But man, it just seems like every time I turn around, he's getting involved in something. wrong place, wrong time, or whatnot. And like to see him, and it's good to see him up there in 4th spot. Well, Bradley Wilson, I believe, stayed out again, and so did Kenneth, and Josh, Jason, and John. I don't think any of them pitted, and that's why they're up there. So we're going to see how this actually pays off up front, because, you know, Mike T. Bruno and Tyler Justice did pit, so we'll see how this pays off.
It's going to be interesting there, but we've seen some of these guys do it, you know, it just kind of worked out for them, and unfortunately, cautions breed caution sometimes, and it's later stage of the race here. We'll see how these guys do it. Hopefully everybody gets settled down here. We get a lot of green flags in.
It does, but the thing about it is too, John, here the cautions that we've seen haven't been guys been just doing something out of the ordinary or erratic. It's been guys just losing the truck, and so that I mean, if you can put a bright side on a caution, you normally can't, but if you can, at least it's not guys out here just trying to overdrive these trucks or doing something crazy. It's more or less just a truck coming out from under them and losing it, and then, you know, even collecting somebody else just collecting the walls. We're going to sit here, go back green flag racing. We'll see if Bradley Wilson, the old Kenneth Jans up front there, can hold up with those. So we know they didn't pit there, and we'll see how long Mike T. Bruno and them back there. They're going to have to be patient now and come through this field as old Bradley Wilson takes off, green flag in the air. We're at lap 70 here, 160, folks. There's the 19. If he can get a push on the inside to 23, and he does. If he gets it clear.
Whoa, 4 wide for a second.
Oh, all right, well. Yeah, well, I knew that wasn't going to happen. 7's around. Well, John was in the wall there for a second. Tyler Justice. We were talking about it. Actually, we're under caution. He's still running, but let's go back on Tyler Justice for a second, because a lot of that started there. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, but he's on a very, very good tires. He was on the back end there to 69. He drove it in there. John got up in the wall. They all went 3 wide. David Richards got in the middle of it. David Levine went up high. Spence Thompson in the wall. Aiden Young went around again back there. We're seeing what's happening on that one. So unfortunately there, John, that pretty much was the cause of what we were talking about. Guys on new tires, guys on old tires.
Yeah, when you know you're sitting on new tires, you know, versus old, you really got to be patient. Making a move that's going to cause 4 wide in the turn is never going to work out.
Not here either. Well, 3 wide really is taking it to a high risk at this track. It's so, like I say again, it's not flat, but it is so flat. And then you've got room, but you don't have room. It's one of those type of things. It closes up very quickly. And then going 3 wide, 4, and even 4 wide, like you're talking about, just not a good idea. Patience, and the thing about it is, you know, and I know, we race. You get out here, man, on these on new tires, and the guys on older, you get such a run coming into the turn, and sometimes it's just a reaction thing. You might get a run, you might dive it on the inside, and you think it's going to stick. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it does. Problem is, the guy behind you might not. The guy in front of you might check up too much. Just one of those racing deals. Fall asleep.
No, sir.
Oh, gotcha. The man gets all excited when I'm in the middle of talking, man, when the caution comes out. Man, over here, be quiet. He ain't gonna say a word. That's some awesome stuff. But I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing.
Yeah. It's been a long night. Gonna be even longer too, so had to grab a can.
I hear you. Hey, go ahead. There's no wrong with that. Well, I tell you what, right now, it's actually been a pretty good race. Bradley Wilson has done this strategy a couple times. It might be short-lived here. Now, Mighty Bruno is going to be right beside of him. He's going to have a perfect shot at him on the restart this time. Ryan Broderick's right there. Tyler Justice was the one that got hurt the most. We have to watch him. He's going to have to be a little patient coming through there. Well, DJ Hargrove. You know what? I said I wanted to pick somebody. I'm going to hope, man, he has a good night and pulls this thing off. At least maybe get up our top 3. And
there you go. You went out on a limb waiting until lap 73.
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, Eric Tesh ain't out here.
Oh, so you just get to wait it out and see what happens?
Yeah, well,
well, hey,
you know
my
what?
pick, Craig Larman sitting right behind him in second.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, hey, you know, we'll get a good shot. I mean, you know, DJ's done a great job. And you know what? And there's another thing we've talked about. I watched DJ last season. He was battling for the championship at Homestead amongst the 3 others. So I know he's capable enough in the truck series here. He's just not had the season that he has won. It seems like every time he has a good run, something happens and he gets involved in a wreck or something happens here and there. It's good to see him up here running. Hopefully, I don't want to jinx the man, so hopefully he can stay up front there and look good doing it. Maybe come out of here with a top 5, maybe even more than that. We'll just have to see what comes out as lights are off on the pace car. We're about set to go back green flag racing here again.
Yeah, hopefully these boys here just be a little bit more patient here and realize that you got a long way to go here. You just race this thing out. I mean, you want to make up spots on a restart if you can, but you still got to do it. You know, be smart about it. Don't put yourself in a 3-wide position here if you don't have to.
Yep, absolutely. Right now, looking good. Bradley P. Wilson, he's out front. Space car's about to set sail here. We're going to see, though, if he can hold off that bad, fast man right there, Mike T. Bruno. He's also got Ryan Broderick there. Kenneth Young still sitting in the 4th spot. And I see Tommy Haynes up there in the 8th spot. Not looking so bad. Pace car's in. Oh, Bradley Wilson, he puts a hammer down. He is gone. Let's check up that inside just a little bit. Tyler Justice, he's going to try to dive it on the inside 3 wide back there. We were talking about it a minute ago. Patience might be the key. They're going to have to settle that thing before they get in the turn. And they do. And the 34.
Oh, another wreck.
What we got? Oh, there's a wreck up front. And a wreck behind them. We got wrecks everywhere. Wow. Okay. All right, well. What'd you see on the first one?
Well, the 34 got loose going in.
Yep.
The 43 got 3 wide with the 51 and the 2. That's where all that started. And the 17 was loose behind them. There was action all up front there.
Yeah, I saw the 3 wide, the 43 there, but then I saw the 34 get loose. He was in the grass, no problem there. But up front, Bradley Wilson actually got up into the 88 and the 19. Then the 2 got in the wall. The 43 got involved in it. Back in the back, I see the 23, 89 spinning. Folks, that was just pile up all over the track. It was action up front, back, in the middle. Basically one of those reaction style deals, but I'm going to go back to what I was saying before here. Tires. Folks out there, and John, I know you know, tires. Caution, you've got to do it. It's not worth the track position to stay up front. And then we see Bradley Wilson again is going to try it. It's not worth it to stay up there. The truck's just not going to handle without tires.
No, definitely not. You know, we've seen that, and hopefully these guys will learn from that and know that really you're just a moving roadblock. And it's not so much that the guys behind them on new tires maybe don't have patience. They're just that much faster. But these restarts, too, when you're doing that, makes it a lot more intense because the guys on tires, need to go. You want to get as much space as you can out here, and it just creates a moving roadblock, so to speak.
Yep, absolutely.
But looking at Kenneth Yance up in second, if you feel like it, we need to probably holler at him.
All right, good deal.
Hi.
Kenneth Jans, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
10-4, Joe.
I'll tell you what, look good. That number 72 machine up there. How's the truck feeling tonight?
You know, Joe, I really like this track, but I'm really slow here. So I'm just up here because I pitted that one caution when nobody else did, and then they pitted after that. So I'll stay up here as long as I can. We'll see who runs by me like I'm sitting still.
Hey, that's what they tell me up here in the booth. I really like talking, but sometimes I talk really slow. So I'm with you, man. Good luck. See you at lap 160.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, there you go. Well, I'll tell you what, that man's got enough energy for like 10.
And you think he could fly himself to Michigan?
You ain't lying.
All
Well,
right, Christy, you can't be mad at me anymore. We talked to Kenneth, man.
Yeah, I always enjoy like talking to him too. Now here's the thing, he did say something very interesting, and we're going to see what happens here on this restart. You know, he didn't go in most of the
Yeah,
field.
but he doesn't have a lot of laps on his tires. That was a previous caution, and he really hasn't run that many laps. So I don't think that he's run hard enough to really hurt that thing yet.
Yeah, but here's the thing, on this build, if you slide that truck at all, from what I hear, it hurts the tires. If that's true. Again, I don't know.
It definitely can be, but in my experience with that, it's more prevalent in the Cup car. You can really notice it because of the power that you put down, obviously.
Right.
The revs, the revolutions on the tire. In the truck, it's not quite as bad.
Okay. Well,
I'll be honest with you, it's nowhere near as bad.
Yeah, that's a lot of power in that Cup car. Well, let's see what we got here, because he's out front there, and he's got Davis Richards on the outside. He's got Tyler Justice on the inside. Old Ryan Broderick's up there. Brian Hartford rounding out the top 5, excuse me. The guy I feel mostly about there is DJ Hardgrove. Was running up there in the top 5. He's a victim of circumstance. Obviously uses fast fix early on for an incident that, well, no control. Now he's back in 18th spot. So he's got to do it all over again and see what happens.
And the 43 got caught up in that as well, but I believe he had a fast fix to use and got that out of the way now. So.
Yep. Mike T. Bruno's back there too in the 19th spot. So let's see if he can come back up to the field here. Pace car's in. Kenneth Johnson's gone. He gets a good jump out there. So he'll be able to see what he's got here. Tyler Justice did not get going like he normally does. Let's see what happens. Old Ryan Broderick's all over the back deck lid of him. These guys are getting a lot more racy here at lap 80 of 160. Oh, look there at the 71.
Oh!
Excited yet, man?
Man, and now John Barron, I believe, has finally been finished off here. Unfortunate for him.
Folks, John loves that word, oh.
That's my go-to when things happen.
He hits his toe when that happens.
For some reason, and people may not know this, your mic is always open because of everything you run. It has to be.
It is.
So that's why people have to hear you sneeze or something sometimes. I have a push to talk.
I know.
And I've got this weird thing about me that when something happens, I automatically push the button and just like an Italian, I go, oh! I don't know why. I can't stop it.
Yeah. Well, I was watching a replay there real quick. You're right. That was an O. Ouch, pretty much too. Hate to see that because Tyler Justice was involved in that again. You know, last night he didn't have the night he wanted in a short track. Tonight he's not having the night. But yeah, you're right. On my end here on the OBS side, my mic's always open and I have to be real quiet on a lot of things. And I've got some programs though that actually help the background noise. That actually suppresses some of the stuff. That actually helps. That's why you don't hear a lot of the fans and stuff like that. But now push to talk. You know what I need to do, and I think it can be done. I'll probably have to test it, but I should be able to set it. You can set up push to talks on OBS, and if I set it up to the same button as I have as my TeamSpeak, if it will work between the two and not mess up if they go simultaneously, it should work the same way as if I hit this button like I'm talking with you now. It should work and kick my mic on over here. And then that way I won't ever have to worry about if my wife runs through the door like she did the other day, yelling at my oldest one with a few choice words, and I had a live mic. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh man, that was a very long explanation.
I'm sorry.
But your channel, you do what you want.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to tell everybody, you know, somebody might want to know the technical side or something, you know. Streaming 101, there you go. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, you know, Kenzion, he looked pretty good on that restart. He was able to hold off Davis Richards. Now it's kind of getting, the two guys that was dominating, Mike T. Bruno involved in a wreck, Tyler Justice was involved in that last one there. Here's the thing. Now it's becoming what the word is, attrition, so to speak.
That's right.
Yep. So
you were just full of educational stuff tonight.
Well, yeah, you know, every once in a while.
This is what happens when these guys give you too much time to think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. Yeah, because man, it looks like a survival style race right now. I hate to say that because these guys are so good out here. It is a short track. You know, we were short track last night, and hopefully these last, you know, 70, 60, 70 or so more laps here will just fly by, go by green, which is kind of what it was, you know, last night. We had a lot of cautions there early on, then y'all had a long green flag run, and everybody settled down. We know out here they can settle down because they did it, and I think now we're just getting a little, maybe they're getting a little comfortable in the trucks out here.
Well, the other thing you're going to get is tired. So
True.
Last night, I think the thing that kind of helped us get a little squared away was knowing, man, that's a short track. You got to do a lot of wheeling on that thing. And it's a good thing I go to the gym so much, so my arms weren't so tired, but I was ready for that thing to come to an end.
I go to the refrigerator a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lift a lot of sandwiches, don't you?
Yeah. That and a soda bottle. Yeah. I ain't ashamed. I don't care. Oh man, folks, I'll tell you what, it's been a good night. I love it. Gotta have fun out here. We appreciate everybody, man, tuning in. We're here at Gateway under the lights here. Short Track Racing Truck Series, Monday Night Thunder Series, presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. About to set to go back here, Green Flag Racing. Well, Kenneth Yonis himself out front there with Davis Richards outside of him. Got Ryan Broderick starting there in third. Josh Sturgis in fourth. Jason Alexander rounding out the top five. We had a few eventful cautions, to say the least. Some of the front runners there, Mike T. Bruno and Tyler Justice involved. So here we go. Pace cars coming out of turn number 4 here. Let's see if Kenneth Yonis gets another jump out front and gets going here. Here we go. He's going to put that metal pedal to the floor, and he is gone with the Sim Spec PC machine. Let's see if Davis Richards can get him running down. Josh Sturgis though, man, all over the back deck lid of him. Here we go, the Tide machine. He's trying to clean up. He's on the inside. Or door to doors heading to turn 1.
And the 26-inch Sturgill's around.
I saw that. Let me ask you something. These guys were saying tight, and we have the caution there. I didn't think it was going to bring it out because he got off the track. But real quick, these guys were saying tight. I'm not seeing tight.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at the 69 of John Barron. Oh, the 71 got turned. The 7 got into the right rear of the 71. Sent him up in front of John Barron.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Wow, there, 71. He went for a ride, too. Yeah, now I see what we're talking about. Brian Hartford. Wow. Let's go back on the replay and show it one more time. What's going on, David? How you doing out there? What's up, Bob? Yeah, let's watch it right there. Yeah, because I was watching the 23 on the replay. But, you know, again, what I was saying while we're watching this replay here, you know, yeah, they were 3 wide double set back there. That's never going to work. Wow. And here comes Tyler Justice through the field. 3 wide. he got meat in the sandwich. Tumbled a little bit. I'm just not seeing a tight truck. You know, hey, obviously they're in the truck. They know better than me. But what I'm seeing is these things are just snapping out from under.
Oh, it is it's super tight. The problem is, if they're snapping on you like that in the truck, it comes from overdriving or slamming the brakes on. Because here, like I said, you're going to run your brake bias to the back, and when you feel that, you may as well move it, you know, have more front brake in it so you avoid that problem. But that's up to the driver to do, obviously. So
Yeah.
that's what I would do if I know that I'm getting loose on entry, or maybe giving it a little bit more brake than I want to, and I notice that, then, you know, I adjust that to put it back to the front a little bit. So
Yeah.
I do believe that the trucks are very tight because of running here earlier today.
Yeah. Bob asked a question out there. Think it's lag could be playing a part, the 32 popping in and out. Usually if you see a car, we call it blinkers. I call it blinking or blinky. But if you see a car out there just blinking, or truck out there blinking, usually it's on their connection side. 9 times out of 10 it settles down. It can get pretty bad on their end, and what they do is respectful, is they'll move out the way normally. You know, that's normally what they do. Respectful, move out of the way of the others. And you're right, especially at a plate track, that's the worst thing you want to see, is a car in front of you blinking in and out when you're trying to draft on his back bumper, because he can blink out, next thing you know, blink back in, he can be in the middle of you, and then net code happens and you both go wreck.
Yeah, also just to add that the admins here keep an eye on it as well. They're watching everything, including everybody's ping and their connection, and if somebody's ping gets too high, they let them know. So as soon as it's safe for them to get down and out of the way, they do that.
Yeah. So that's why you see that stuff out there, folks. You know, nothing we're controlling or anything. You know, these guys obviously are on their own connection too. I mean, because this is live racing. I mean, a lot of people go, "Oh, it's just a game." Oh, no, these are actually drivers. These are actually real people out there driving, just like me and John are real. Last time I checked, anyways. But yeah, you real, John?
I think I am.
Okay, gotcha. All right, good deal.
I'm a real something. I don't know what it is.
That's what
I got some people that could give you a good idea. That's for the after hours special.
Yeah.
Which at this rate, we're going to be, we're definitely going to be after hours here. So.
Well, we kind of figured this either would have been a quick race or a long one. It's a short track affair, and you know what? The last time I was here, now I said last time I raced here, never raced here before, real quick, because we're going back to green flag soon. When I raced here, we had a lot of cautions here also. Actually, I believe it was about 20 some, if I wasn't mistaken, and that was in a different league, not here at this one. I got lucky enough that night, survived all of them, ended up finishing good, but a lot of other people didn't. So this track can be a good one, and then again, it can be a handful. You know, so it is a short track race. And if you like short tracks, tune in this week, because we got some New Hampshire. We're going to see John this Thursday, the Cup car, and then we got Xfinity, man, Wednesday night at Extreme with New Hampshire. Awesome.
I like short tracks, but New Hampshire is not one of those that I really like. So we'll see how that works out. Practicing a lot, that's all I got to say.
Good deal. Wish you the best there. Kenneth Jans powers it out. He's getting a good jump out there every time he's gone. Davis Richards right there in the third spot. Ryan Broderick sitting second. He's going to try to run him down in that tied ride. But on the outside, Terry Perry Mason right there. A lot of trucks haven't been up front all night long. But here comes Ryan Broderick. He is all over the back deck lid. That man out front, the 72, the fan out in the back. I don't know who all went into the pits. I know those top runners didn't. Do you recall which one of these is the first one that went to the pits and got tires?
No, sir, I don't. I was fanning through the field looking for some other things, and I know some guys in the back did, but nobody up here in the top 10 did.
Okay. Well, I see Jason Alexander is moving up to there right now. Kenneth Johns holding his own there with Ryan Broderick. And old Davis Richards got his hands full with that number 5 machine. Oh, he had to check up, or he'd have went right to the rear quarter panel. of him. And right now, here comes Craig Lerman. Hey, looking good in that Coke machine. He's right there behind. He's near old 75 Terry Mason. They're in a good battle. Here comes Aiden Young back.
At 43 doing a good job right now, staying on that bottom lane, making it work for him. We're going to see if he can get the drive off here up in front of that 75. He does. A little slide job action there for Craig Lerman.
Yeah, it is. I'll tell you what it is. It's a dog fight going on back here in the back for about 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th spot. Aiden Young's right there. Terry Mason. Boy, Tyler Justice runs up the track a little bit. Bradley Wilson's there. I got a feeling those are probably you guys on the newer tires. They just got to be patient, pace themselves, and get past these slower cars. It'll fan out. Let it fan out. That's the thing. And then pass these guys one on by one instead of trying to force the issue early. I mean, it's lap 92 of 160, but hey, they're driving the truck. We're calling this action here. Awesome action so far. It's a good battling going on back here. And look who's come back up the top 10.
Well, DJ.
Yes, he has. He got a little wrinkled up on that UPS machine. But he's looking good. He's been able to fight back on the top 10. Josh Sturgeon's right there in 11th. David A. Levine's another one able to pull it back up. And here comes Tommy Haynes right there in the 12th spot. They're door to door.
Yeah, Tommy was behind David a minute ago. David put that thing in the outside wall. May have done him a little bit of damage as Tommy's been able to get around him, but he got about a truck length or so in front of Tommy before. Let's see if that damage is really going to hurt that truck, because it looked like he got into it pretty good.
Yeah, right now there's a good battle between him and 17 and all. Boy, too. Josh Sturgeon's on the inside of 75 there. Here comes number 11. It's a good battling going on back here as DJ Hargrove put that thing up the 9th spot. So the battling really, really hot and heavy going on back here for like 9th, 10th, 11th, all the way back to about 13th, 14th.
And Tommy Haynes going after that 75. Terry Mason gets around him quick in a hurry. Terry did a good job there, just staying high, let him go. The 23 is around in the back and slams the inside wall.
Yeah, he is, and they're taking it 3 wide up front. No caution. Oh, I was waiting on that one before I go to the 23.
Yeah, 11 wisely backed out of that one.
Oh, 23 got the track. Okay, cool. Well, let's go back on the replay, see what happened to 23 here right fast. Since with no cost. I was holding with that there for a second before I went on the replay because I saw they went 3 wide. And you know how that always turns out. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. It turned out good that time. But, yeah, 23, he just came out of the turn. Slammed the inside wall. Unfortunate for him. Just his night he's had so far. Mike T. Bruno's been able to move back up to the 14th spot. He's got a little damage on the front nose there. Let's go back up here to this battle again, see what these guys are. DJ Hargrove still would have been moved back up to the 9th. Jason Alexander right there in 5th. I tell you what, though. Man, out front, Ken's Deons. He's driving the wheels off that 72. Probably happy doing it.
Yeah, you got a close battle between him and that 34 right there. And we got the 88 and the 51 battling back and forth. Brad's been able to get on the inside, take a look a couple times, but that 51 making the outside lane work for him.
Absolutely. I got to give my hats off to Ryan Broderick. Been very patient. He's looking on the outside now. He might have the pass that he needs, but he has got Tyler Justice all over his back deck lid. The one thing Tyler needs to understand here, you need to be very, very calm and cool because you're getting in a wreck real easy. Now you got Ryan Broderick made the pass over Ken. He's got Tyler Justice all over his back deck lid. Looking on the inside, here comes Aiden Young up there in the 4th spot.
Yeah, Tyler's on the inside at 34. See if he's going to get around him right here. 34 fights back on that outside lane. Can have a little bit more momentum here. It's going to be tough for Tyler to get back to the throttle like he wants. See that truck bounce around a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's got the engine. When he goes into the turn, he's got the preferred line going in. It's that 34 is having to brake way, way earlier than he does. Yeah, he broke way early, and I think that's just I think he's on a little better tires than 70 is, so he's able to dive and drive that thing on the inside. Now, here's the thing, how much tire did he use driving that thing to the front here, because he was on a mission, and he brought that 9 car truck with him, Aiden Young.
Yeah, and I would say he used quite a lot. Did a lot of big wiggle right there, big time loose coming off right there, but yeah, I would say he used up a lot of tires, you can see right there.
Yeah, that's what I was just fearing right there. It's just how much tire did he use, because he was driving it on the inside like a madman. And now the 34 looks like he's been very patient. He was backing that turn up because you could see by the, you could obviously tell when they brake, you can see the front of the car. It's almost like Martinsville, the truck. You can see the front of them just dive down when they hit the brake so hard here and get on them. But yeah, look at Ryan now. He's getting a run on him going on the inside. Tyler might have used up a lot of tire coming through that field. Had to used up some, you know, to be able to come through there. Just like Aiden right there behind him in the third spot. I mean, those guys came through the field hot and heavy. So you know they used up some. So it's a matter of, can he hold off? Can he hold off for the next 60 laps if this thing goes green?
Well, the other thing is too, when you're in traffic, you're trying to beat the guy in front of you, you have something to gauge off of, so you can tell, you know, where you're beating a guy or what's faster. Once you get up front there, there's nothing to gauge anything from except how you want to race and run the truck yourself. We're under caution.
Yes, we are.
It's 75 and Terry Mason.
Ouch. Yeah, he already had a tore up car tonight, man, I tell you. Not having tonight. A lot of these guys here probably are just like, can we get away from these short tracks, please? The last 2 nights giving us headaches here. Mike T. Bruno was back there with him. So let's see what happened here. Mike Bruno got a good run on the inside, and oh, they just got together. Mike Bruno, well, yeah, he was able to hold on to his. Mason just went right up into the wall. That's one of them racing deals looks like, you know, both guys trying to take same real estate at the same time. But right now, Tyler Justice on point. Ryan Broderick sitting in second. Aiden Young's going to pull it back up third. So it was an interesting battle. But I say we come in the pits and get 4 tires.
Yeah, most definitely. We're going to see everybody come in and get tires here. Just unfortunate there. Mike Bruno being a lap down, he's just trying to run and be the first guy on the lap down car. I'm sorry, I'll get it out in a minute. That way he could get a lap back.
Absolutely. Well, everybody comes in. I tell you what, one person that's actually benefited, Kenneth Yance. He stayed out. He still was right there in the 5th spot. He's coming in with these set of trucks. So actually, just like the other night, last week or so, man, looked like $1 million pit strategy.
Yeah, it worked out for him right there. Now he knows, you know, what the truck can do, how much he can push it even on old tires, as we saw him doing right there. So he's going to feel like Superman with 4 fresh ones.
Bob out there said, yeah, 72 said he was slow, but he's still top 5. Sometimes, man, you think he's slow, sometimes you don't. Well, look at David Levine. Is that David? No, Tommy Haynes, excuse me. He had the same kind of color truck, my bad. Did he take 4 tires?
There's 17.
Yeah, did he take 4 tires? He did hire that pit crew because, wow.
No, he only took 2.
Okay, yeah, because he was way back in the back. Well, interesting call.
Well, you're able to see what the guys can do on old tires. And here's the other thing: if it is tight, the best way to get it a little loosened up is to only take 2 on the outside.
That is true. Or I've heard, don't change the right rear.
Yeah, well, that's just ridiculous.
Well, no, I mean, I've heard that. I mean, I actually, and it does work. That's if you want to just loosen it up, I think, a little bit. If you're, you know, a little tight and you're not burning the right rear up and you want to loosen it up, I think you can do it. It's a trick. Hey, man, I've heard pro guys tell me stuff. Yeah, just change this one, do this, do that. Man, it's amazing what those guys will do if you want the car to feel this way. And hey, I didn't know. I'm no expert. I tried it. And I've done 2 tires before on some tracks. The car was tight to me. Did 2 tires. Next thing is too darn loose. I can't drive it. So hopefully that's not the case for him here. Hopefully he'll be fine. But I just knew he came to the front really quick here.
Yeah, he did. And I'm going to see some of these other guys behind him are going to be on 4 tires, obviously. Tommy can't afford to get in any more trouble here.
Neither can Aiden up there. Neither can Tyler, I don't believe, because I think he's taking his fast fixed here also. So none of these guys up front like you just said, can't afford to get into any damage or anything like that. Answer your question out there, Bob. Can they go 57 laps? I don't see why they couldn't go 57. The problem is you would be screaming after 57 or way before then. That'd be stretching. But it is a short track, so I don't. What do you think? You think they go 57 laps? I think they could.
I think they could, but I think we'll have a caution.
Well, yeah.
So
he's saying if there's no caution, could they go 57?
I don't think so.
Right. Yeah, you'd be screaming for tires. Not saying there wouldn't be a cat out there tried if it was the last of the race, and it went green, but and now fuel I think would be the other factor. I don't know if they can go that amount of fuel, so obviously if you go in, you might as well get tires too, just the amount of fuel. So. All right, here we go. Tyler just out front, pace car's in. Well, he hammers through the gears and it's gone. Right now, Aiden Young takes off on the inside. We'll see if those two tires hold off. Off on the turn one, he looks good right there. Oh yeah, he gets way high on the track. Aiden Young goes on the inside, but he gets a bite coming off. And they're 3 wide back there in the back, John. Let's see if they can get that thing settled out. Good battle up front here though. 17's got the 09 and inside. Yeah, well, last night's race.
Yeah, don't let that 34 get around him here. I think he knows these guys are on tires. Let these guys go a little bit faster instead of using up your stuff right here. So it's a smart move on his part.
Oh, yeah. John probably be able to answer last night's race better than I can. I just, from spectator view and all, what I was seeing is y'all went, 100 laps last night, didn't you?
Yeah, on a short track. I mean, you can do that. You spend a lot of time out of the throttle anyway. But the biggest reason that you saw the 114 run out was when he pitted, didn't add enough gas or fuel back in the car there, so that's why I added a little bit more. Didn't do a full tank because I didn't want to weigh the car down, but you can adjust how much fuel you want to take, and he was just 2 laps short.
Yeah, unfortunate. Had to be I guess if he would have known that ahead of time, he probably could have saved 2 laps with the leads that he was putting down and just kept, like you were in second place. He probably could have kept it relative and kept you within 2 seconds, and probably saved 2 laps over the course of that 100 laps if you'd have known it early on. But hey, hindsight's 2020 as always. Right now, DJ Hargrove, man, moved up top 10.
Yeah, still doing a great job there. Still got ways to go here, so he can get up through there and just be patient. But Tommy's having a real hard time keeping that thing down there on the bottom. Looks like he's just got a big push there.
Yeah, unfortunately 2 just got loose right there. Now another guy I'm watching here, I don't know if you see that or not, that 19 machine just moved up in the 11th spot. Don't count him out. He's got that truck fixed up, and he might be on a mission. What'd you do, lose your stuff can again?
No. I was going through the field here, just looking to see what's going on, if there's any action out here.
My grandma used to do that stuff, snow.
No,
Came in a can. Yes, she did. I mean, you gotta look. I mean, it's a 90-year-old woman. She was born like 1900. She lived to be like 95, folks. So, and now I'm thinking about that. Can you imagine being born then and live all those years? I mean, you've seen the revolutionary of cars, radio, TV, wars and everything. I mean, it's just awesome. Awesome.
Well, it's good news for me. She made it that long doing that, so
Yes.
I think Copenhagen and I will have a very long relationship.
There you go. Absolutely. See, it does work sometimes, folks. Surgeon General won't like us after this one, but that's okay.
They'll be right. I'm sure they're not.
Probably not. No, they are. It's either a good thing or a bad thing. The good thing is, Tyler Justice still out front. Might be a bad thing here in a second. Ryan Broderick is able to chase down the 09 here. Old Bradley P. Wilson's right there closing in a little bit. Josh Sturgis sitting right there in the top 5. Looks like these trucks have got fanned out here. So maybe we'll see a good long green flag run and see what these guys can do on a, one thing we haven't been able to see them do is go an extended amount of time. And when I say that, I'm talking 40 or the 50 laps, or what you're talking about. So anywhere near the 40 lap mark under green flag conditions. Most times it's been about 20 laps. And I'd like to see what these guys, man, do in about that 40 lap mark.
Absolutely. Right now I'm watching this battle between the 43 and the 00. Craig Lerman and Gordon Larson Jr. Gordon's taken a run at Craig a couple times. They just haven't been able to get around him. We got a caution. 17 is around on the front stretch.
Ooh, yeah, saw that one. Well, throw that game plan out the window. Let's go back in on the replay and see what happened to old Tommy Haynes. Tell you what, this Gateway track, it is it's a tough one, folks. It's a short track, and these guys are probably gonna be glad to get away from some of them. Looks like he lost it in that spot we were talking about earlier of coming off the turn between the shifting. Third gear, fourth gear. You notice right there he was in third gear, and I think he was on a little older tires. And you were talking about that earlier, John. What's it going to be like? Well, there it is. If you get too heavy-footed coming out, see you coming around.
Well, that's the thing I said, before the race started. See some guys probably spin coming off of 4, and that's because you're carrying more speed through 3 and 4 than 1 and 2. So you kind of plays mind games with you a little bit there. So you want to carry a little bit more so you get in the throttle more. And this wall here will really come out at you, especially if the truck's tight. Crank that wheel to the left and you come around.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Tyler Justice coming into pits, just like it always. Like I say, I'm coming into pits every caution. Tires are at a premium here. Even if I feel like I don't have the fastest truck, you're definitely not going to have the fastest truck staying out there on old tires. So, let's see if we can't get to talk to Bradley Wilson.
I got nothing.
Bradley P. Wilson, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you what, looking good in that 88 machine. Been up front, man, most of the night. How's the thing feeling out there on the track?
It feels pretty good, Joe. We got a good balance on this WFO oil can truck tonight. Had been an up and down night for us. We're just gonna see what we can do with what's left.
I hear that. Well, think you got enough, man, to bring this thing home, lap 160?
I don't know. I'd like to think so. I've always liked this place. We came close last year, and I had this circled on the calendar, waiting to come back here. So we're gonna give it our best shot and see where the chips fall.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, I wish you the best out there, and looking good up front there. So keep your fenders on that thing, guys. Look good, man, around here under the lights Gateway. Short track racing. Keep them together. See you at lap 160. All right. Well, look at old Dre out there. What's going on, Dre? How you doing, man? Just doing some short track racing around here at Gateway.
Super Dave.
Absolutely. How'd your race go over there, by the way? Ours went awesome. It's been Gateway. That's
and
about
it's
all I can
still
say.
going.
It's still going. Yeah, there you go. Awesomely going.
Tell you what, Dave's talking about how much he likes this track and circle on the calendar and all that, and that's great because you can look forward to going somewhere. I mean, just like if you take me to Michigan, man, I love that track. I love it. I like it, and I gave one away there, man. And it's just nothing that gets on your nerves more than when you know you're at a good track for you, a place that you can really do well, and you give one away or you made a mistake or two and something happened. It's it actually made me a little sick feeling that night. That's how serious I am about it. I don't know if that's okay or if that's really pathetic. So,
Well,
if that's
hey,
the only
you know,
problem I got in my life, I guess I'm doing all right.
there you go. Well, you know, but at least now you can relate to the 114 of Jared last night. You know what
Absolutely.
it's like. Yeah, you know what it's like. They have a dominating Fastberry car on a good track that you like, and then one mistake that you think, man, I could have avoided, and it's all for naught, you know. So
Yeah, that's the first thing crossed my mind. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I brought that up in the interview because, I mean, honestly, you know, he deserved to win the race. He had us covered. But you know, at the same time, you got to earn them too. You got to stay out of trouble, especially on short tracks. So, you know, I mean, I kind of earned it, you know, in a way. But at the same time, I realized that, you know, he had us covered there. But I really hate to see that happen because I rather, you know, you like to win one, you know, really beating somebody, and that one right there was just kind of handed to me as a gift. So.
well, you know,
but I'll take it anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you won either way, you know, and it's sometimes strategy plays a factor. I've seen a lot of pit strategies and whatnot play out. So you're right. Just get set to go back green flag. It was a thriller last night. This one's becoming a good thriller here. So how many cautions? Hang on a second. I'll tell you here real quick. Actually, it's not going to tell you the true amount because, well, dummies earlier, but nothing with the guys on the track. Aiden Young did not get going that round, man, and Tyler Justice right there going to try 3 wide again. Thought better of it right there going into turn 1.
There goes Aiden making moves. Just Sturgill has to back out of it.
Yeah, he does right there. Just look at old Davis Richards up there on the high side there. Notice that. Now these guys back here on newer tires are going to have to be a little bit patient. Aiden Young, that's another guy right there. We've seen him won one a couple weeks ago. First win here in the Truck Series. He's got old Tyler Justice on his back deck that might be a tad bit faster. You're going to have to be a little patient, man, hanging up here with these guys on the older tires. Ryan Broderick almost drove that thing in the wall, though. They're 3 wide behind him.
Yeah, big overdrive right there. Oh, and the 26 gets turned.
I had a feeling. Yeah, Davis Richards goes around. Yeah, kind of had a feeling, man, there that was kind of brewing. Hate to see that, man, between those two. But let's go back here and watch again. These guys up here, this is new tires versus old tires, folks, kind of battling here up front. And these guys are just trying to get up front here. I know their mentality. Ryan Broderick got really high right there. 26 on the inside. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, Craig Lerman, boy, he missed that thing just barely. Good shot right there.
he getting some practice and accident avoidance tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, Kenneth Yance knows all about that. That man has more practice in that than anybody, and it's paid off for him for the most part. You know, he does real good. He's really good at it now.
Well, there's what mine is showing. 12 cautions so far. I can tell you this, though. It's been more than 12. We're probably sitting closer to 18. I'm going to say. Just, yeah, probably about 18. We're going to crack. Well, I won't say that, but probably going to crack to 20 before it's over. And I take nothing away. These drivers out here done a good job. It's a product of the track. Now, up front, nobody came into the pits that time. Aiden's going to be up front. Tyler Justice right there. So these guys have got pretty equal tires. We're going to see, I think Tyler's probably just a tad bit quicker. Yeah, Bradley Wilson right there. And look who's done popped back in the 4th spot.
Oh, Mike T.
Yes, he's been on a battle back. And talk about patience. I mean, that takes a lot of patience, a lot of willpower. Be able to just say, hey, look, I want to work my way back up here, and he's done it. So don't count him out, man, for the win tonight. I see old Bradley Wilson pull one off, too.
Yeah. Willpower as in from within, or willpower as in the physical driving and turning the wheel?
I'd say like willpower is, you know, like a donut sitting in front of you, not to eat it. How's that?
Do you do that?
Not really, not me. I ain't got that kind of willpower. That thing's gone.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he'd be better than me. Better man than me. That's all I gotta say. Cause that donut gone. It don't stand a chance.
Yeah, no, I missed that. Christy said, finally you acknowledge that Michigan is awesome.
Yeah. Steiner brothers were from Michigan. They were awesome.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they were awesome. Back in the day.
That is way back in the day, bro.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Rick and Scott.
Yeah. Well, this race has been pretty awesome here, and it's, even though I see Mike T up there and I see Tyler Justice up there, it's still anybody's ball game. I got a feeling if they can get up there and we get a long green flag run going, if they can get away from the field, that it's probably one of them two there. These cautions here, though, that leads to anything can happen type of scenario. And DJ, he's been able to fight back and be able to pull that thing back up in 9th spot again. David Levine sitting there in 8th. Zach lingering, man, just always lingering around every time we turn around. He's in 7th. Craig Lerman, he's kept that Coca-Cola machine. It don't look happy out there, but it's still got a Coke and a smile, and he's sitting in 7th. Old Jason Alexander's 5th. Like I say, Mike Bruno right 4th. Bradley Wilson 3rd. Tyler Justice 2nd. Aiden Young sitting out front here as we get set to go back green flag racing.
I'll tell you what, though, you got to be impressed with what DJ Hargrove's been able to do. Just going from the back up to the front, to the back again, up front, man. He's just, tell you one thing that we've learned here tonight, especially, is that these Hargrove boys are fighters.
Perseverance.
Oh yeah. And I mean that for him and his father both, of what his dad's had to go through. And boys are fighters on here in the virtual racing world and in real life.
And absolutely, and we're happy to have his dad out there watching here. He watched last week from the hospital. He's watching tonight from home. Pace cars in. Aiden Young's going to put that metal to the floor here and go, hammering through the gears, roaring to life here. But boy, he's got the Sim Spec machines behind him there. They're going to try to do here. So it's kind of fitting. We got old Sim Racing Magazine up front, Sim Spec on the outside. I think it's going to be all for now. Tyler Justice get that run coming off the turn. Boy, he uses that truck up. And here's my thing, John. As much as we've seen him use those tires, if it goes along green flag, can he stay up there?
At this point, I think you can. We've seen guys do that. Been able to run out there and stay that way, but another caution. We got a big pile up between the DJ Hargrove and the 75.
Well, I was about to say at this pace also, John, he's definitely gonna be able to stay up there. And I don't want to say it like that to mean like, oh, these guys need to quit. Hey, it's short track racing, folks. It's a tough track out here. Just watching this replay here on what happened. Just looks like, man, 75 just drove in there a little bit. Two got loose, and oh, Spence Thompson was involved too. Champ not having a night he wants either. Well, DJ, he still got 4 wheels and some lug nuts on that thing. They'll try to drive it back to the front again. Give him the hard charging award.
I believe he's going to have a lot of damage there. That's probably going to affect how that thing is, how that thing's going to drive here the rest of the night if he's able to get that back out there.
Yeah, Bob's out there. I think we'll see a winner at lap 156, 155. Add one more to that, you'll be right. Because we'd have to go to lap 156 and it'd be over with at that point. As I always say, lap 160 ends it, lap 156. At this point, 4 laps to it. Caution comes out, that ends it. That's what Bob's talking to right there, referring to either way. So, I want to see this thing go all the way green. I would like to see if somebody over the long haul could run down Tyler Justice. Again, I'm taking nothing away from none of these drivers out here. They're all superb. As we say each and every week, star-studded field. But when he loves short track, he loves short running, and you're kind of playing into his hands here by giving him these quick starts and short runs.
Yeah, you definitely are. I mean, you kind of want to keep him on the run, man. We know that he's got a ton of speed, but here as of late, he's really come around as a racer that he takes care of his stuff. He gets that big lead, and you can kind of see his lap times fall down just a little bit. He realizes he needs to try to maintain that lead, so he's become a little bit more of a long run racer now. So that's something really cool to see. But I think somebody we haven't talked to is Craig Lerman, and the lights are still on. If you want to get an interview in here real quick.
All right, so we can get talk about Craig Lerman. Craig Lerman, Joe White in the booth, got a copy? Craig Lerman, this is Joe White in the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, Joe, I got you. Go ahead.
Well, real quick here, Craig, looking good in that 43 machine. I tell you what, you got the Coke and a smile on there. Truck might not be trying to smile a little bit, kind of wrinkled up there, but hey, you've been able to stay in the top 10 all night long. How you feeling out there, bro?
Feeling good, Joe. It's a lot of pacing right now. Unfortunately, I'd love to see some green runs here, but it's good.
Well, absolutely. There's short track racing here under the lights of Gateway. It is what it is on that. Gotta love the action out there. You look good, like I say, in the top 10. And think you got enough though, maybe to sneak up there at lap 160?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Damage is taking some power away. So yeah, it's gonna be tough.
All right, we'll tell you what, wish you luck out there, man. Keep digging though. Guys, hey, it's short track racing out there. Don't get frustrated. It is what it is. Man, it's under the lights here at Gateway. It's just one of these tough tracks, tough conditions, and short track racing. But hey, see you at lap 160. Good luck, gentlemen. All right, well, yeah, he has that nose damage there, John, and that's probably hindering a little bit power-wise. I'm going to have to see. My thing is, you got the teammates on the inside, and they're probably going to get a jump. So I'd look to see Mike T. Bruno probably go when Tyler goes here on this restart.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to know when each other's going probably, but they don't race each other like teammates once they get going. So that's a cool thing to see too.
Yeah, well, you're right, because teammates are out the window. We're here, pace car's in. It'll be lap 130 here. We got 30 laps to go, and that's what we was thinking right there. He's gone. See old Tyler going on the low line. He's probably thinking the draft plays a factor. Then he goes up high. Think about Aiden has other plans. He's still on the same side there with the 19. Looks like you can get a good run going into the turn on the inside, but coming off, you have to have that high side there. So right now, Aiden Young made that pass.
Yeah, high side's going to pay off for you big time, mainly because you can get back to the throttle there. But as you said, taking that outside line on entry kind of hurts you a little bit. But if you can keep your momentum up and the truck has grip, then the outside line definitely pays off.
Absolutely. Right now, Mike T. Bruno still sitting in the third spot. Bradley Wilson's right there in fourth. David A. Levine's, look at that, been able to fight back and get up to the fifth place spot there. And Jason Alexander still sixth. Zach Linger right there seventh. Craig Lerman still in eighth. It's a good battle going on back here. Blake Felon, he's on the inside there trying to take that spot away.
Yeah, powering through there. I heard Craig say he's a little bit down on power here, so he's just trying to stay up there. And the best thing you can do when you're down on power is trying to keep your momentum up, keep your miles per hour, your revs up.
Yep, well, look here, Ryan Broad is going to try to take a 3 wide going to the turn. They made it work. I was kind of holding on to see first what happened.
Yeah, you never know how that's going to shake out.
Yeah, that was a little dicey right there. And oh no. Yeah, and again, Spence Thompson. Wow, the champ's just getting beat up like a champ out there tonight. Wow. Well, we saw the 3 wide in front of them. It worked out pretty good that time. But 72 right there, and then Gordon Larson, 00. Kentianos just out there running. Finally used his fast fix, got his truck all cleaned up. Gordon Larson just, I don't know. And then Josh Sturgis was involved. Spence Thompson, the wrong place, wrong time. Just hard lick going into it. Wow, and then now the 72's all tore up again. I hate to see that. I said, looked like he just used his fast fix, and Tyler Justice did not go in the pits. Is that a smart move?
I would have, now that you see the number of trucks that's on pit road, I would have pitted.
Yeah, because pretty much the whole field behind him. Now, I understand Tyler probably, he's good. Folks, I don't want to take anything away from him. But you can't, if a guy's in a super jet and you're in a push mower, I don't care how good you are, you're going to lose. Okay? Unless the guy in the jet falls out the sky. But look, in a straight up race, you're going to lose. And pretty much that's what we're seeing here. I don't know what he was thinking on that. He could prove us wrong, but
He might be thinking that caution's going to breed more cautions here at the end.
Yes. Well,
I'll tell you what, man. I want to talk. I want to bring something up really quick because to me it's very important.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think you're ever going to find a better sportsman than Kenneth Jans.
Why is that?
Because the man is always happy. He's always in a good mood. He doesn't care what happens. Clearly, gets taken out there. Gordon comes across the radio, apologizes, just says he completely messed up. And Kenneth comes across just happy, saying, man, it's no problem. We're just racing hard. Don't worry about it. You're not going to hear that from a whole lot of people. You know what I mean? I'm not saying anybody in here in particular. I'm just saying, as far as sportsmanship goes, you're not going to find anybody who's a better sportsman, good or bad, things happen. The man's always happy. And that is what makes it so much fun to race in this league and with these guys. They apologize when they do something. And you got guys that are just like that in here that just say, hey, man, no big deal. And you go on about your business. But Kenneth Jans is one of those. He's just unbelievable about it. You think he'd be mad, but the man's just having fun, having a good time.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. You're right, 100%. So, and we've talked to him many times. We like talking to him. We like talking to all the guys out there. But we talked to Kenneth, and every time we talk to him, the man is just wide open, 100 mile an hour. Wow. John Marine says, let's try this again.
and he's out there, trying to build the guys up right. Even now on the radio, out there telling Gordon, like, hey, I've raced with you enough. I know that wasn't intentional. It was just a racing deal, man. Don't worry about it. Don't be upset about it. And Gordon's upset at himself. And here Kenneth is the one that gets wrecked, and he's trying to build the guy back up. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you're not going to find a better sportsman than that right there.
Yeah. We saw a lot of trucks go in, but I got a feeling some of them trucks took 2 tires.
No, I'm pretty sure that they did. Matter of fact, I know some of them did.
Yeah. I think Mike T. Bruno might be one of them because Aiden Young was up there in the front. Now he's in the back. I got a feeling he's one of the ones that took 4 tires. Now he's got to be very careful on this restart here. But even with 2 tires, it still should put them a little quicker than what Tyler Justice is up there on older ones. So we'll have to see how it pans out here. I mean, obviously, we haven't seen anybody yet stay out with older tires and maintain up front for a long period of time. So we'll just have to see how it pans out.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen them stay out, but not maintain the lead. So, but if there's somebody that can do it, it's that young man in that 7 right there. So we'll see how it works out for him. But He's got some bad fast guys behind him, including Mike T. Bruno, Ryan Broderick up there, and the 51 right there behind him.
Yep, absolutely, right here. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Mike T. Bruno's back there as the pace car's in. So he's going to put the hammer down. That number 7 is trying to get out as far and up front as he can. Boy, I tell you what, the 19, though, he gets a run. Davis Richards, man, is right there, and he is pushing that 51 truck. Wow.
Yeah, big move. That's the best thing Mike could do is, you know, instead of racing like crazy or making something weird move there, he just pushes him. Just get on up there and let's go.
Yeah, because he knows coming around here on the bad stretch, coming into turn 3, coming on the inside, he's going to have the preferred line on the inside there. Nothing the 51 can do at that point. Nothing probably Tommy Haynes is going to be able to do at this point. Because that 19's coming in a hurry up to the front, and it would be amazing for this guy to put that thing up front and win this one. I don't want to take anything away from that 7, but for everything he's went through, but there's 2 laps down at one point in the race, got involved in some wrecks, was way back in the back, able to fire back, come to the front here, and he's on the move.
And Tyler ran a 34.281. Broderick ran a 4.08. Bruno had a 6.15, but he was in traffic there, so I want to see if his lap times start picking up here.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to look at here is he was coming through that traffic there. So to give us a good idea of what his traffic. Yeah, he's definitely a lot little faster, not a lot, but he's a little faster. He ran a 0.75 that time to a 0.90.
Pick up just a little bit right there. 34 blinked a couple times in front of him, so I hope that settles down right there. You don't want to be racing with somebody hard like he doesn't have that problem.
Yeah, good battle behind them though, right there. David Levine's going to pull up in the 4th spot. Man right now though is probably one of the fastest is that man right there in 2nd spot. That's actually Ryan Bott. It looks like those top 3 are pretty quick. Got a feeling Tyler's now seeing that they're closing in slowly but surely. 20 laps to go. They definitely have enough time to run down that 7. We're about to see. It's going to be interesting if they can get near.
Yeah, Tyler had a 365, Broderick 160, Bruno 078. So yeah. Tyler's lap times are falling off a little bit there.
Yeah, and again, folks, that's just you know, he was able to get a good jump out there because he's obviously controls the start, being the leader. Those older tires are starting to show as opposed to new ones. Look at the run off the turn and brought it down. Ouch.
Yeah. I did it again.
Did fine. Well, I was doing it too because I saw him and I thought, man, he's going to hang on to it. He had such a run. Yeah, he's way off the track. Well, now you got teammates. What do you do now, John?
Mike Bruno passes the 7. Hey, it's the end of the race. I don't care who you are. I'll wreck my grandma.
Well, we've said it before. Well, you got to also look though behind them because David Levine and Bradley Wilson both are coming in. You just said pass. Here comes the 19. It's probably just short-lived for the lead on the 7, and he knows it. Well, it's giving him a hard time.
He's trying to right now. I'm sorry. I was looking at some of the chat comments here. Of course, Christy's a little biased. We know that, but Kenneth Dad does have a great attitude. So.
Oh yeah.
And here he is fighting on the inside, but Tyler's coming back on the outside. Mike gets a little wobble right there.
The problem is that's bringing that 59 machine. Now he's like, look, y'all might be teammates and love side by side. I don't care about your teammate up here. I want to win.
And we know if there's somebody that's hungry for one, that would be him.
Absolutely. So the problem with them two staying side by side like that, and I know, you know, obviously, you know, being teammates are not going to push the issue like anybody else would, is how long will the 59 and the 88 back there stay, you know, calm, but also how long does your tires hold up there?
Oh, it's just, to me, it's a matter of time here. Unless Tyler can really do something magical and make Mike use his stuff up, it's a matter of time before that 19 gets around him. The thing that Tyler does have working for him is he's on that outside line. As you see Mike get loose, and now the 59 is going to go down to the inside.
Yeah. You know, and again, we were talking about it. Obviously, Yeah, see, 19 went in and drove in harder there with the 59. You know, hey, racing's racing, and he just drove it right in the wall. Racing's racing, and the thing about it is now, is if you're 19 Mike T. Bruno just went to the wall like that, you know you had a faster truck. Sometimes you just have to say, teammate, I like you, but yeah, I'm going to get up there close to you and I'm going to pass you. You know, because they were being a little more cautious around each other than normal.
Yeah, they were, and of course David had to he backed out just a little bit on that lap, so he lost a little bit of time to Tyler. So we'll see what kind of lap times he gets out here right now. As we'll come to 147 or 160.
Yep, absolutely. We'll see what that 59 machine's got left in it here, and the 88 might. We'll see what the number 7 up there, if you can just hang on. Unless my phone's going on. Don't tell me we got a flash flood. Okay, awesome.
I was going to say,
what in the world that was.
Got an Amber Alert or you got a storm warning.
Yeah, that's when my phone was going. I was like, well, alert, ladies and gentlemen, we got a race happening. How's that?
And Tyler's really been able to keep the time up right there. He ran a 34.361, 3.72 for Levine, and a 3.12 for Brad Wilson.
Yeah, Brad's the one's been able to pull it up there. It's going to be interesting here. I mean, Tyler's going to be able to just be patient. It's amazing he's able to hold those tires like he was up front. I mean, we got to see Mike T's got to be kicking himself. I just got to think he was being, and again, hey, speculation, folks, don't hold me to it. A little easier trying to pass that 7. They're teammates, so it's not storming here. I don't know why they're saying flash floods. Who knows? But I think John, he was just being a little too, and then it cost him because the other 2 got up there and raced with him. But look who's gaining. That number 59's gaining.
He is. Tyler ran a 34.541. Levine ran a 3.67.
As we say that, it looks like he walks off from him there. So
Tyler gets a really good run from center off, I think, in 3 and 4 right here. Does a really good job on entry, and then through the center of the turn makes up some time there. He ran a 4.68 to Levine's 555.
Yeah, it's like they're swapping different. Looks like 1 and 2, Levine's better. 3 and 4, Tyler's better. So they look about even out there right now.
Yeah, and really the fastest truck is the 88 the last couple laps. But you wouldn't know it, you know, looking at it, but his lap time show that he is here.
Absolutely. Well, definitely Tyler right now does not want to see a caution. He'd love to see this thing go all the way out at this point. So we got 10 laps to go, 9 this time. So we definitely don't want to see a caution, because if he maintains this pace, pretty much has got it. He held off his teammate, and again, I just got to think in the back of Mike T. Bruno's mind, I might have should have pushed that issue a little bit harder. I said let the 59, and Bradley Wilson, man, lost it almost, and he's losing time behind these 2.
I'm just looking through the field here, the 43 and 11, fighting for position. 11 loses a little bit of time here. Craig Lerman at 43 running an 8. We got the 11 behind him of Blake Falone, Tommy Haynes behind them. So a couple guys here trying to still battle this thing out.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right, Craig Lerman right
and
there.
You've got a caution.
Uh-oh, that's going to change everything. That's
double
Gordon
0.
Larson. Yeah, Gordon Larson. Let's go back on the replay here and see what happened. Yeah, because this ain't over with here now. Now, what do you do as the leader? Do you stay out? That's a good one, ain't it?
Honestly, man, yes, you stay out.
Okay. All right, if I'm the second place man and the leader stays out, guess what? I'm going in.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yep. You know why? Because I'm going to take a chance the rest of the field's coming with me, and if they do, I hate it for the 70. Not enough time. He'd be sitting down. Well, we're watching right there on the replay, and unfortunately, DJ Hargrove and the 00 just got into each other, going through the turns, taking up the same real estate together, and hate it. So, well, let's watch here then.
Yeah, nobody came.
Nobody came. David faked, but
the 88 faked so well that by the time he wanted to go back on the track, he ran over the strip of grass that's there.
I just...
Well, these guys pitted before and Tyler did not. So it's another cycle on his tires. All right, now these tires are going to cool off. So that's a positive if you're the 59 and the 88 and the 19.
That is true. Yeah, I'll give it that. The thing about it is, we got to give Tyler credit on restarts. He is tremendous on restarts, and he's going to control it because he is the lead truck. He'll be able to get out there. He'll be able to jump and get out in front, and he's going to hope that those trucks behind him battle, because if they get in line, get fanned out, get going, definitely is they could run him down.
Absolutely. Remember, right now, I want to say right now, I think I'm looking at YouTube, we got 19 people watching.
Yep.
You know, we got people on the Facebook side, Twitter side, Twitch and all that, and that's pretty cool, man. Here it's midnight on the East Coast, and we've got all these people watching. We appreciate y'all sticking around for this, as we know we're going to see a show here at the end of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Late night, man, running here. Looking good so far. Is that number 7 machine is out there. David Levine, he's right there also. Bradley P. Wilson. Like you said, Mike T. Bro. The brakes cool? Yeah, the brakes cool off too. Yep, sure do. That's another thing. John just brought that up. You're right. Time we go back green, another caution comes out, ends it too. So that's something you got to keep in the back of your mind. Also, there Tyler does. So I guess if I was a betting man, I'd say probably Tyler's going to pull this one off, but I don't bet very often. So there you go.
Well, you know, Tyler's had some wins here, man. We got 2 guys here that need some wins that deserve some. Obviously, the 59 and the 88 here, but they're going to have to get a fantastic restart to make that happen.
Yes, absolutely, and that's the thing. You know, Tyler's going to control the restart. He's going to have David Levine right there, Bradley P. Wilson, and trying to think. I know Mike and Tyler are teammates. I know Bradley's on a different team. David A. Levine, is he on a different team?
I think,
Yeah.
I'm not, I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% on that.
I can't
really
remember what, I know David has said it. I think he's on MR Motorsports.
Yeah, you're right,
Or
he is.
Levine Racing or something like that. If so, then we've got, what I'm saying is basically 3 different teams there playing a factor. So obviously 88 and 59 going to battle it out and amongst the other ones up there.
Yeah, I don't keep up with all the team stuff because nobody ever wants me on a team, so
Yeah.
I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, well, here we go. It's going to settle this one here. It's going to be a good one. Absolutely. Here we go. Somebody out there.
88 needs to be all up on this 7 and 59 looking out the window here.
Yep. Pace car's in. He needs to go as soon as he goes. They do get a good run. Mike T. Bruno gets a good step out there too. Like I said, what Tyler wants to see is those guys battle in a hurry these last several laps. Because the caution comes out now, it's over, boy. I tell you what.
Oh, David overdrove it right there, but was able to keep the truck out there by himself. The 51's up in the wall, and they're 3 wide behind him.
Well, like we said, caution comes out. Actually, we're gonna go back here to the battle because it is a mess back
Oh, and
here.
the 43 is sideways. We're gonna have a caution.
It's over. Yep, 43. The 00 smacked the wall. Oh, and the 23 smacked it. That's it, folks. Tyler Justice held on. Wow. Wow, that was a good finish. He got the good jump he needed. He got them to battle just enough right there. And awesome.
Yeah, it looks like the 11 on entry right there got into the back of the 43. That's what got him loose, and 43 was trying to save it, dirt tracking a little bit, and the 11 just finished him off.
Yeah, I hate to see that, man, back there in the back. Well, those guys, as always, man, what a race so far. Long, grueling, short track racing here tonight. That man, the number 7 up there, I just gotta still feel that it probably 19 and Mike T. Bruno, which we'll get to talk with him. So he's going to bring it home in 3rd spot. If he probably would have just pressured it just a little bit earlier on, because I think he was on a little better tires and a little faster. I know you don't want to rough your teammate up, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to get up there and give him the love.
Yeah, well, they race each other hard, but they don't really rough each other up. So that's the thing about it. But knowing Mike, he'll probably be pretty happy to get out of here with the 3rd after what happened.
Yes. Yeah, he was able to get around there, and did he finish 3rd, or they giving it back to Bradley?
Oh, he's just messing with him. That's all.
Oh, okay. Cool. I was waiting there. I was okay. I saw him pull back behind him. I was like, well, maybe iracing tell him no. You gotta let the 88 go. I thought he got around him. Well, the man put it on pole. He had to drive it back to the front. They had 61 laps here, so they had a lot of laps tonight. And that number 7 done a tremendous job here. It was a grueling 160 laps here. At Gateway, we can give you our estimated 16 cautions. I know we broke the 20 mark because, you know, beforehand it resets that number on me when I came back. But, yeah, not tonight, man. You won as far as cautions go. But, wow, what a race. All right, Ray, man, appreciate you coming out. White flag this time by. One more time around this mini style track.
Listening to a little race chat there. Michael Redden is part of team here with the 1, 2, 3 finishers here, so he's very happy.
Gotcha. Okay, so then David A. Levine is part of their team. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that answered that question.
Well, you gotta hate that for Craig Lerman, though. He's running in the 9th position when that happened to him right there. So great run for him, though. I mean, nothing. You know, end of the race, things are gonna happen. Did a great job. It really was running top 10. You know, about all night long.
Yeah, true. DJ Hargrove was able to bounce back up to 12th spot. Had an interesting night tonight. Crossed the line there. That man in that number 7, he held him off. Tyler Justice, Mr. Excitement, he made it exciting all night long. T. Bruno's in 3rd. David A. Levine will battle back himself here to get back up there in the 2nd spot. Almost had a shot to run him down there, but it was an interesting race to say the least.
All right, so we'll go down here. We got, Brad Wilson. Great finish for him, coming home in 3rd, so go down and grab him here.
Brad finished 3rd, or did he finish 4th?
Brad finished 3rd.
Okay, so I thought it was Mike T. Bruno, but they were saying Mike at first.
It's showing me Brad.
Hold on. Let's see what my ticker says up here. Because my one thing's showing Mike, but hey, if you've got iracing is what it is.
Mike? It's showing Mike. Why is it showing him?
Because he said 1, 2, 3, man, Michael Reddy. That would be.
Yeah, all right.
That would be Mike T. Bruno. Because I know Bradley Wilson's not on what's it called, team. Let's see what the ticker shows up here. In just a second. I know David. Oh.
Yeah, all right. Okay, official winners Tyler, then David, then Mike. They're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. For some reason,
Yeah.
it moved Tyler to being the last car on the lead lap.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, because even my ticker man is throwing Tyler from the lead and put David Levine up there. So yeah, okay, folks.
Yeah.
Tyler did win. David Levine second. Mike T. Bruno sitting in third. So we definitely got that right. All right, now we can go do it.
Mike Bruno, John Wenderson, Joe White, and Booth. You got a copy, brother?
I got you, Joe.
Well, brother, I know you're tired. I know it's been a long race, so I won't make you talk too much, man. Just tell us a little bit about that race. And at the end there, I saw you really pushing it. Do you think you pushed it too hard trying to catch Tyler there?
Yeah, I did. I mean, first off, I want to thank my team, man. Got a great team here. They all did a great job tonight. 1, 2, 3 finish for MR Motorsports. Thank my sponsor as always, SimSpec PCs. Go out and get you one. They're great. And yeah, I definitely think I pushed it a little too hard there at the end. Obviously, trying to go for that win, just run my stuff up a little bit, pop the wall a little bit, and kind of cost myself there. Did get that last restart there to end up hitting 1, 2, 3 for us, but just didn't have the tires to pull it off.
Well, man, I know, you're coming on with third place finish here. It's not bad on this track right here, obviously. You're pretty happy to get that. I know you're happy to see your teammate get the win there, so congratulations on a good points night for you, man. You thank your team. Anybody else out there you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, man, thanks a lot to you guys as always. Thanks to Michael Betting, Bradley Wilson for doing this thing, and thanks a lot for the good racing tonight to everybody.
All right, brother. Congratulations, man. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
10-4. Thanks, bud.
David Levine, this is John Wenderson, Joe White, and Booth. You the copy?
Loud and clear there, John.
Well, Dave, you had that Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Raven Optics machine working for you tonight, man. You were fast. I thought that you had enough there to get by a tower. Tell us a little bit about it, and at the end of the race there, what was your plan?
I gave it all I could to get the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services RavenOptics.com truck into victory lane, but just not enough to get past that 7 truck of Tyler. That truck was pretty special of his. And I'm just happy that we were able to bring it home 1, 2, 3 after all getting involved in separate incidents about halfway through the race.
Yeah, it was a long, tough race, man. Battle of attrition for sure, but you guys come out on top there, so good run for all you guys, and good points night for you, man. I know you'd like to have the win, but second place is good, man, especially when you get your teammate winning. So, you got anybody you want to thank out there?
Yeah, I gotta say, big old thanks to everybody at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Raven Optics for everything that they've done. And I know Bruno here wants to do a burnout with me, but I blew the motor. But everybody here at MR Motorsports just did a heck of a job all day long. And big old shout out to Tyler for getting a win. And yeah, like you said, I wanted to get the W, but I'm sitting here to take points and earn my way into the chase.
There you go, man. Just got to be consistent. All the long way to go to November, buddy, and somebody get it done. We know you can. So, congratulations, man. We'll see you tomorrow night. All right, Joe, we'll throw it to you, buddy. I know you're going down to victory lane. See that number 7, Tyler Justice, getting himself another win here.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, it was an awesome race here tonight. Grueling 160 laps here, Gateway Motorsport Park here, and I tell you, it's short track excitement. for the Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. Truck style racing here, folks. But you know, tonight's winner under the lights here, Tyler Justice. Tyler Justice, Joe at the booth, got a copy?
Nah, I got you, Joe.
I tell you what, looked good all night. Got a little bit of, got involved in a few incidents there. Got marred back in traffic early on. Had to run it back to the front. Then you had a good battle there with your teammate. Tell us a little bit about it, because I thought, okay, teammates there, and I saw Mike T. Bruno get on the inside there, and I told John, I said, you know what, and when you ran away from him, and then he went up into the wall, I said, I bet if Mike would have that back, he might have ran just a little bit harder when it was side by side with you, because it brought the 59 and the 88 up there. But all in all, good racing, able to hold it up front, and definitely staying out on the older tires, which was another thing a lot of people wasn't doing all night long. But hey, you brought it home at Victory Lane. How's it feel?
Feels great. We had a pretty good start to the race. We were all running up there 1, 2, 3, just like we finished. And towards the middle of the race, we all had our troubles and got into a few incidents, but we managed to work our way back up to the front. And yeah, I thought I screwed myself by staying out and everyone else coming down pit road. Mike caught me pretty quick, and I knew if he was going to pass me on the inside, it was going to be tough, because it's hard to pull up off a corner and not get tight and run into the guy on your outside. So I was able to hang with him and then eventually clear him, and I knew it was just hitting my marks and not making a mistake, and I would have had it. But then the caution came out, and I got a little scared about that, but caution came out soon after we took the green, so that just all worked out.
Absolutely, it did. A night that, hey, like you said, as everything fell into place, because it was disastrous early on, but you battled back, you got back up to the front, and able to take this victory here tonight under the lights here at Gateway. Got anybody out there you want to thank for that?
Yes, sir. I want to thank my sponsor, SimSpec, for being on the truck. Go to www.simspec.com and get yourself into DC Town. I want to thank all my teammates, especially Mike and David. We all finished 1, 2, 3 there. That was pretty awesome. And I want to thank Michael Bradley for keeping this thing going, and you and John and the booth.
Well, absolutely, man. We appreciate it. I tell you what, like I said, awesome race again here, guys. Hats off to the winner here, Tyler Justice, Mr. Excitement, definitely making it exciting all night long for the Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. We were live here at Gateway under the lights, Motorsport Park, man, 160 laps for some truck action here, and it was awesome, man. Guys, I tell you, that's exciting racing. That was long, a lot of you tired, and I think Michael said we're going to be at Kentucky tomorrow night, so that ought to be a good one too there for the Grand National Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. So till then, awesome racing, guys, out there, and congratulations again to Tyler.
Appreciate it, Joe.
All right, John, we'll see if we can't get the results and say the right thing. Nope. Well, you know what, folks? We'll just let it look.
We'll go with what we got, because we know.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's just... Actually, I do. Hang on, man. I got my thing over here.
You just take Tyler to the top and everybody else in order.
Tyler Justice, man, pulling it off here tonight. It should say be David A. Levine in second, Mike T. Bruno in third, Bradley P. Wilson fourth, Zach Klinger sitting in fifth, Jason Alexander sixth, Aiden Young right there in seventh, Blake Falon in eighth, Davis Richards in ninth, and old Ryan Broderick in 10th.
Tommy Hainsby 11th, DJ Hargrove 12th, Terry Mason 13th, Kenneth Yance 14th, Gordon Larson 15th, Craig Lerman 16th, Sturgill 17th, Spence Thompson 18th, Sawyer Rott 19th, Jason Burgess 20th.
Yeah, we got old Brian Hartford there in 21st, John Barron 22nd, Kyle Pakrefke, I ain't said that last name in a while, sitting in third, Jared Beasley, the newcomer right there, 24th, old Michael Redding 25th, Ronald White 26th, Andrew Kennelly round up the top 27 there. So, yeah, if you're reading the results order, folks, you have to kind of take one and go down with it. So, don't know what happened on that end. iRacing decided it was going to say, look, Tyler, go to the back. But nonetheless, he won the race here tonight. And an awesome race it was. Grueling 160 laps here, Gateway, but guys got it done. Mr. Excitement pulled it off. Okay, final words out here, John?
It's just a long race off, attrition, definitely played a part of it here tonight, but some of these guys, battled through. Zach Lindgren got a good finish here in 4th. Jason Alexander finished 5th. Aiden Young 6th. Blake Falone 7th. So some of these guys come out here with a good finish. Tommy Haynes had a really rough race, man. I didn't think he was going to make it to the end, but got, finished 11th. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm still looking at the same thing. But anyway, some of these guys got, good runs and made it through this stuff here. But hate to see what happened at the end there with Craig Lerman. He had such a good night. But DJ Hargrove able to, battle on and, at least finish the race there. So, every point matters. We got a long, long way to go here till end of the season in November.
Yep, absolutely. Well, with that said here, though, we get shout out here to the title sponsor tonight for OSR Network, TN Designs, Racing Designs and Graphics. Looking for a paint job and iracing. Check those boys out. Well, we're here with the Monday Night Thunder Series, Truck Series, presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. And guys, it was a, like I said, we say it again, a grueling 160 laps here at Gateway. We're in Kentucky tomorrow night, Grand National Series, presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine. So until then, John, me and John, man, we're out tonight. OSR Network, check us out, YouTube, Facebook, everything else. Y'all, everyone, have a good night.